Well, I'm not ready. You did it now. Hello everyone, welcome to D&D. Let's get through this recap real quick so I can kill you all. Or you can kill Hallowhand, or vice versa. Or Hallowhand can kill you, I'll actually just kill you, whatever. Last session, you guys set out on the trail to the Barren Islands. The Barren Islands being where Hallowhand was hiding away. A set of sort of dappled islands, a couple of days off the shore from Ambyr. Heading out. On the way, there was a bit of a party on the first night. Some fun games were played. People got drunk, got a bit messy. Mazzy and Griffin.
Was that when Griffin won the arm wrestle?
No.
No, Griffin
Mazzy
won the arm wrestle.
and Griffin arm wrestled, and even when Griffin had some help from when Griffin had
Allegedly,
some help
I think
from Felix, Mazzy was the victor. His roles were. The gods were with him,
was
unlike the paladin.
Yes, exactly.
As Commodore, I declare that it was rigged.
Yeah, there you go, rigged. Mazzy won.
Day after was a little more somber. The night was spent in preparation, and in the morning there was, the next day, there was battle. You met many of the ships at the sort of edge of the Barren Islands. You went there with about 12 ships, each of you playing a different ship, and the others just being about fighting in other places. We had the Screaming Eagle, the Silk Arrow, Drag's Revenge, obviously, and the Stormboard. And you all defeated the first set of ships. And finally pushed on inland where a storm was brewing, a quite heavy storm was beginning to brew, and you found Hallowhand. We're in mid-combat. I believe up first, according to my notes, which
Before anything happens, does anyone think the island in the bottom right looks like the top-down view of a person with their arm out like this?
Or like the hair.
Yeah,
like
that's
See, I kind of thought it looked a bit like a bum.
Yeah, and then that's like a little
Because
like
that's the
arm
crap.
in the bottom there.
And then it's...
I sort of see what you're on about, but it's really weird.
Yeah.
Well, I think it looks like someone, so from a top-down view, someone mooning someone. Yeah. So like then, there's
Where's
like the
the
leg.
torso?
It's someone like sort of folded in half.
Folded in half.
Yes, that typical mooning position.
Not like folded in half.
So you can moon them and look at them at the same time.
You know what?
What kind
Death to all of you. A whirlwind comes and takes you all into
Well, that
the
didn't
sea.
take long.
Where the fuck are my notes? Jesus Christ! Why do I write everything? Oramis, you're up first, man. Let's get this done. Hallowhand's ship, if you remember, was a little burned, a little broken. He was now looking a little bit worried. Some of your comrades as well were pretty scuffed up. But what would you like to do?
Is this him? Yeah.
That is the big ship. Is him? Yes.
Okay.
And we're the four clustered together at the top, aren't we?
You guys are the ones with little symbols on top. So yes, the four clustered.
Okay. Yeah.
Up top.
Sorry, I found the ship that I can move. I know where I am.
So I'm not moving. Oh, no, it's okay, isn't it? Yeah, you don't you want. Cheating.
But it's my turn.
That should be 6 squares, I think.
Yep.
Including towns.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you're gonna take a little pot shot.
Cannons.
It does not hit.
Yes.
Afraid.
I missed that.
The ballista does, however, hit. Roll damage. As the cannon fire sort of, with the waves sort of churning and moving you, unfortunately the wind's blown aside. But, nicely done.
Toss me.
You gotta
Toss me!
Don't react yet.
Nicely done. I actually think I didn't write it on
Anyone want to take any action while we're here?
Yeah. Fireball.
Yeah, you guys are pretty close, so yeah, you can roll to hit with anything you want, really.
Try and do that good old one damage.
So Oramis is obviously using his action to.
Did we not have a strategy to go and heal?
Wait,
I definitely have a strategy.
Your other boats, though. I'm fine.
Okay, cool.
For now, until I take one more attack.
You also remember Lady Jane saying, like, obviously, just take down Hallowhand. Lady Jane being the captain of the Silk Arrow. Take down Hallowhand, we'll deal with the rest.
We can aim for. We were aiming for the
Sail.
sea elf at the front, weren't we?
Oh yes, we were. Yeah.
Yes, you were. Yes, I
Alright,
believe you
Him
were.
again, please.
The druid.
I've
You're
rolled a one,
unfortunately.
and as I clicked it, I remembered I should roll physical dice.
Oh yeah.
But it's too late now
But
because
it
I've
is a
rolled a
little.
one.
It is a little too late now. As you sort of throw it, literally like meters away, a gale wind just blows through it, and your fireball just fizzles out, barely just outside the ship.
Okay, good.
That's fine. That was rolled by Doc. Doesn't count.
You have a do hit, so you can roll some damage.
Oh, when did Gylndan turn up?
Shut up.
I don't think I've hit a single firebolt
It's
while
not
on the
3d10.
ship.
3d10, yeah.
D10 please.
Which one's
Just
D10?
two of them. Just D10.
That's a D12, so.
That is a D12.
Is that what D10?
That's a D.
Yeah, as long as they're all roughly the same shape.
Is that a 10? That's 4. 6, 10, 15.
Oh, can you do one?
15.
No, I thought that, but I thought it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Technically, isn't it?
So-
Yeah, the way you said that, so, is it a 10? No, it's a 4. They don't look similar, Sam.
15.
He's got. Yeah, he gave me a D100, so it was a 40. So I saw the
Oh,
zero.
right.
15 damage to the druid at the front. You very, very carefully just sort of
It's in
flick,
there.
almost like flick this fireball over, zooms over, and, just, and literally like just at the end of your range manages to sort of catch him just over the shoulder, and he just sort of scorns. You can see way back at the ship, his eyes like burning with this almost like turquoisey blue bright light. As does the staff he's holding that sort of implanted itself and rooted itself into the front of the ship. Next up is Griffin with the storm ball.
So I'm just going to move a bit more. But
Oh, okay. No, you can move. You can move.
okay.
Now it's Griffin with the storm ball.
I'm gonna seeing the mighty valiant. I can't bring myself to finish that sentence.
No, go on. What were you going to say?
The gallant. I just can't say it.
We need it for posterity on the record.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get there with. I can get here with 6. I think. I can get 2 hits, can't I?
Different, yeah. Yeah, if you've got different attacks, you can get 2 hits. Roll to hit.
Really high. Oh, 1. That's 1 on the blister hit,
Ballista's just
and I'll do a catapult as well. 19. That's got a hit.
19 hits, yeah.
Bang. I should probably roll the dice roll. It's alright. 5.
5 damage. As this catapult of literally just a rock just slams against the side of the ship.
Bang.
Put a decent sized chunk out of it. Anything else on its own? Cool. Yeah, those 2 actions. So next up, enemies' turns. So first off, Halahand is going to move up here and he's going to fire.
Move this away from them.
Going to fire Oramis. Because he's a bastard.
He's a cheating bastard.
Yeah, that's Oramis is a cheating bastard. He's just a bastard.
So you just agreed with him.
What was it? Natural 16 hits. So that was 1d.
Atmospheric, man. It's the Halifax.
That will be 9 points of piercing damage to you, Oramis.
Didn't mean 4.
No.
I would love to get to the point where Ben's just like, yeah, sure, why not? 'Cause it's just like, of course, I remember.
And he's going to go
If you ask
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to take a shot now at the storm ball. Because he fucking can. It's a natural 15, it's like 19 hits.
Yeah, it's me.
So that is
How much?
7 points
Ooh.
of damage.
Okay.
And can't move anymore. No one's in range for any of the other attacks, so he's just going to stay right where he is. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ship action. 1, 2, 3. And then second ship action to try and shoot you. Screaming Eagle.
Oh no.
That is a natural 19 to hit you, Mr. Screaming Eagle. Can't be Screaming Eagle. And that'll be 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
to you.
I'm dead.
Oh
You're dead.
Are you sure? Oh, yes, you are sure.
I am very sure.
And as these ballista bolts fire across into your ship, they just hammer straight through, strike something in the hull, and something just flame erupts from the inside of your ship. You'll be making death saving throws, just like the rest of anyone would. A 20 gets you back to 1 HP. 1 something bad happens. All that sort of stuff.
I'll use the undead
Sort of
dice
thing.
for that.
Not now on your turn.
I know,
so-
but I'll use the undead
Your
dice
turn
for
is
that.
next, so yeah, get ready. Some cool undead dice, by the way. Love it. That's what they're gonna do. This one is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4,
That would be intense.
5,
Yeah, it's a bit more.
6.
It's like half an hour.
1, 2,
This
3,
is called time
4,
to save the world.
5, 6, as it uses both the ship actions. That.
They're fleeing.
This one is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 ship action. 1, 2, 3. And it's also going to attack the storm boar.
Oh dear.
Natural 17.
Yeah.
Good to see they're rolling really well.
That's 4 piercing damage. And I think that is all she wrote. So, Screaming Eagle. Can you roll me a death save, please?
Aye.
As the captain of the Screaming Eagle,
Nat 20,
this
here we go.
Matric drum skull just shouts and screams throughout the ship, commanding.
Oh,
19. You have 1 pass.
Did you
Shouting
do-
and screaming throughout the ship, you manage to stem some of the sort of some of the flooding that's happening on the lower decks, at least stabilizing yourself for now. Next up is the Silk Arrow.
Okay, before I do anything, I am going to try to heal.
That was my plan as well, but I ran out of time.
6!
6. Very nice.
That's more than
you-
doubled my HP.
You gain 6 plus con, so nice.
Oh, plus con as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent.
What's your ship's con?
1.
So 7 HP. Good job.
Okay.
That is all of your ship actions, but you still have movement.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna move backwards because I can't actually see to turn it. Okay, 1, 2,
He's reversing!
3, 4, 5, 6,
And straight to the island.
I shall
7,
think myself.
8, 9.
That man is mobile. Fucking go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oramis, back to you. You've heard an explosion coming from behind you. You can see the Screaming Eagle, and from here even hear the shouting of the rather drunk captain. But Hallahan is just ahead of you, and he's looking. So he's his ship is definitely on fire by now, and he's screaming at many of his men to try and put it out, but it's still obviously moving.
Can I Dave Batista the ship, please?
You can Batista his ship.
Does a 1 hit? Or is that a 7?
That's a 7.
Plus
Some number. Plus 5.
plus 5. No. I'm very sorry.
Right.
What do you mean by Dave Bautista's ship?
Because it's like ballista.
Ballista.
Also remember, if you're within
There's
like
a little bit of a
one
play on
hex of
words.
them, you get advantage on attack rolls.
Oh!
Don't know if you forgot that.
Yes. Can I cannon him?
You can cannon him from this range.
Dave Buchanan him.
4.
Thanks fuck for advantage.
No!
And
Misfire.
And somehow, yes, like on some of the cannons, there's a bit of a misfire. There's just a bit of miscommunication between some of the people on ship, and just as a couple of the cannons do get to fire, this wave crests up. The cannon one of the cannons that actually worked unhinges from its sort of hinge on the thing, gets blown up and just straight into the sky.
Any
Sadly.
action from the crew?
Any action from the crew at all? Yeah, you are right next to them by now. So
13 plus. I think
17
9.
plus.
yeah, heads.
Are we still aiming for the druid?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
17 plus 9, I think.
Yeah, hits. Any action from Mazzy? Mazzy shooting his bow.
No, because I've been very poor at shooting my bow recently and
That's
wasting very valuable arrows.
16.
Magical
That's
arrows.
fair. 16 damage to Sir Druid.
Oh my god, 9
And 9
damage to the druid.
damage to the Druid. Right, yeah, you can see now he's taking a bit of a beating. Definitely, and you can see he briefly sort of lets go of the briefly he lets go of the thing. He just leaves the rod there and begins to sort of charge back. You can hear Hallahan from this point saying, "Don't be a bloody wuss, get your ass back there." But he just sprints essentially back to Hallahan like a sort of cowering dog type thing. But the storm is still raging on all around you. And this rod, despite him leaving, is still sort of lighting up, still rooted into the ship and powering it. Griffin, or the Stormboar.
Have you moved away?
Yeah.
Ooh, let's have a look here. Right, the orcs, they're going to go for they're going to ram Hallahan, the Black Girl, they're going to ram him.
They're going to ram him. Alrighty.
Right, it's one action to ram, isn't it?
It is, yes. It's
Can I hit him with a blister on my way into a ram?
You can, certainly, yeah.
This is how you damage.
Dave Batista.
No, it doesn't make sense, does it?
If you repeat the joke again, Luke, it'll probably be more funny.
16?
16.
I think that's how it
bang,
works.
bang.
That's right.
Oh.
That's a good thing I rolled with the dice. Oh, I did roll a 1 on the... So it's a 3 damage with that. And then... Anyone want to lend me a d6?
Yeah, sure.
It is plus however many
Well, I do.
things you move
But this is a
to get there, plus your strength.
in the
So
sea.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4?
I think it was 3. Wasn't
3 hexes. Well, so 3 damage plus.
Plus 3 damage plus 2d6.
2.
7.
Ooh.
7. So that's in total 13.
13 damage.
The Stormboar turns and mightily charges towards Hallahan's ship, and it just cracks against the back. The frigate moves along, but you notice now a quite gaping hole in its back. Hallahan himself has been thrown to the floor, so is Fran. A lot of the crew is scuttled. And you don't know
We are
what
gods.
exactly you did, but something inside
Doesn't say. It's just like a
shut,
playlist.
not against the torch, something, but there's just this
It's like,
that echoes the waves. And Hallahan's ship has been scuttled somewhat.
Orc celebrations!
Literally, all of a sudden from the ship, there's just this huge, like, celebration of the orcs that's just jargon that they're screaming out. Like, none of you can barely, even those who speak Orcish can barely understand what the fuck they're saying.
It's from Black Widow.
Knew I knew it.
But
Is it scuttled then? So it's down.
the ship is now down.
Okay.
Oh boy!
You just got to get to it.
I need to roll for the Stormboar.
Yes, you do. They take, so roll a con save.
15, 16, I think.
16 plus.
Okay.
So you take half damage of what you
So
dealt.
6.
6, yes. So, what essentially will happen now is, Oramis, you've got to get to the, on your turn, you've got to get to the thing and hope that he doesn't roll a 20 on his death save for his ship. And speaking of, it is in fact his turn. So, let's see what happens. You roll a 1 on his death save.
I was literally about to ask what happens if you roll a 1.
On a 1, like anything, fails 2 death
2
saves.
failures.
So his ship from inside again, you can just hear Hallahan screaming, shouting about, and suddenly just a second explosion. The gunpowder barrel from the inside cracks open, like literally a side of the ship, and you just see a bunch of people, like a bunch of his crew, just sort of stood there like, oh, fuck. As suddenly just a large wave crashes against them, they're knocked back. Other ships. So this guy over here, he has seen Hallahan's ship go down.
You're doing great, mate.
And is going to decide, this guy, that Screaming Eagle, if we're all going down, we're taking someone with us.
Oh, I'm already down, man. I'm already dying.
Is that 4?
That was a 4.
Isn't it?
But against people who are down, incapacitated, they have advantage.
Roll another 4. I don't know.
Oh shit.
No, it was a 20.
You're dead.
Jits, we won't bother with the damage, but you do fail a death save.
That's fine.
This ship over here is going to...
This could be our first character death. That's shit.
1,
Roll
2,
variation,
3, 4, 5.
Oh wow, they're really going to be really...
I'm sorry, Matt. The Screaming Eagles, as the second ship passes through, like this first brig was just sort of stood there, and actually it was going to move like around here, and it fired a bunch of ballistas at you. And Matrick, Drumskull, the captain, shouting orders about. But this second ship comes over, and it's got these sort of shorter, smaller sort of ballistas, almost like mounted, very very large mounted crossbows on the side. And as you're all looking back at him, he's just shouting. He sees the second ship coming, looks over at the looks over towards the Dragon's Revenge, takes off his hat, gives a faint bow before a crossbow bolt, the spear the size of a spear, just through his back, through the entire side of the ship.
It's just good business.
And the ship slowly begins to sink.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry, but you did valiantly in the face of danger.
It's sad. Wouldn't that have
Uh,
been an extra death that I just failed? Failing a death save? Because then technically I've not got one left, or is it? Because that's just 2. I'm trying to dig this out.
No. I think you're right. It's just funny because we've done
You're
another
right.
death.
Oh no, I've just
How
gone
many
and checked. It's
Taxes
like, oh,
that
it's only
ship
2.
got?
it's got 1. So you know what?
So,
Scratch
I'm not
everything
dead.
I've just said. You're not dead. You're alive.
Captain's there with his hat like this and just looks and it's gone through and the spear's gone through and it's
Literally, yeah. It's like,
I can't, it's like Hercules.
Yeah, he's just like,
And he's just like, yeah, we're all coming down.
fair enough. Yeah.
yeah. I like that one where the captain's literally just done that, and then the spear just sort of goes through his arm and stops there.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
he's just
I know
there.
he's in one episode of Game of Thrones. And
Fuck did I get this from?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, the 4th one.
I didn't tell any of you to fucking stop. Come on, keep moving. Keep it on moving. I'm very sorry, man. You are still alive.
You're very sorry. I'm still alive. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry for nearly killing you.
sorry
this
for
ship is
nearly
going to go 5, 10. Ship action 1, 2, 3, and it uses ship action, so I can't do anything. Meaning we are now.
Now moral if I fail this, so it's dead anyway.
Important roll. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, boy.
You have your entire turn ahead of you. That happens at the start of your turn. By some miracle, this...
Is that 2 deaths, 2 successful?
No, that's automatic.
The automatic...
Oh, is it?
Oh, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
HP.
It's got the music. Do your thing.
Go!
I haven't even thought about where I am. I just assumed I was going to die.
With this, don't even know what happens. Someone cuts someone cuts something somewhere. Someone applies something. The crew is suddenly just in greater spirits. The sail is suddenly once again just filled with air, and you begin moving. What would you like to do?
Oh shit!
Get the fuck
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I am literally going to get the fuck out of here because I have no health. So if anybody shoots me, I'm dead.
He's like, 1.
One for one. One HP.
1. Do I have to disengage? No. Okay, good.
No.
We've got to get back into the habit of that though, because we'll just willy-nilly walk off.
Then I will go. What is my movement again? I've forgotten this.
Your movement is 8.
1, 2, and then while I'm here, I'm going to fire it. Green is and the guy had me, so either way.
Yeah. People either side of you.
Yeah. With my flaming barrels.
Flaming barrels.
So what actually is that? So I know.
What was the name of the captain of the Screaming Eagle?
Matric Drumskull.
Matrick, you know, one of those.
So plus
Matric Drumskull.
plus 5.
Plus 5.
5. 10.
10 does not hit, I'm afraid.
I need to
Flaming
decide
barrel.
that I was going green. I thought I was going first to the bigger ship. This one. 7.
Well, there's
I'm still a bit shocked from
Barrels.
being nearly dead. So I've got 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bad Felicia.
Quite literally. Silk Arrow, what are you doing?
Oh,
Bring us
can
on the heels.
I death? Not what am I talking about? Hit dice.
That will take all of your actions.
Okay,
so you
fine.
wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, makes sense.
Silk Arrow, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Right, you have to get a mission.
6, 7, 8, and fire. Well, deck save from them.
Dex save
DC
from
12.
them, DC 12. They rolled a 5.
Failed.
You are a failure.
You are a failure. Oh my god, you is not much of a
14,
failure.
17 damage.
Yeah.
Flame arrows are just unleashed, and literally suddenly the entire side of this brig erupts in flame. It's just like this wall of fire that's sailing through, and literally you can just see almost the entire wall, this side of the wall, just crumple into the ocean, and it almost just in one swift motion as well takes on so much water, falls flat on its side, and slowly sinks down below.
Good. Did it?
This ship is gone, but you are still alive.
And I'm going to go.
So basically, what you're saying is I could have come back from the dead and killed the guy instantly,
9.
but failed.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I'm going to go like that.
Cool.
Do it.
Oramis.
Do it.
The Dragon's Revenge. His ship is scuttled. He's dead on water. It's so good that I made a noise. It'd just be really awkward if you're like...
Why do I now want to watch it all the way back just to hear that?
Yeah. That's what is it? ASMR? That's
Yeah.
That's the reverse of ASMR.
So I'm going to use one of my actions to use the pilot action to get a second turn
Mm-hmm.
to about face.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move to there. And can we board now?
You may board. As you guys begin boarding the... we're all doing it!
I don't know
The Stormboar sails off and gives Oramis a... What you want to say is like a sort of almost like mock at a military salute, but he just does this over his head, which is a bit weird, yeah. Which is a little
Still
bit
got his
weird.
dick in his hand.
Still got his dick in his hand. His first mate's still holding his shit. Like, what do I do with this now? You wait. Keep it safe. Stormboar scoots off. Dragon's Revenge pulls in. I'll bring you all to the map.
I've got a question for you for the break, by the way, just
Mhm.
about my stuff, but we can get there. It's not
Cool. And I'll bring you all.
Break, we've only been going half an hour.
No, just a reminder, because I'll forget.
To the battle of the century.
Dun, 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 dun,
So,
dun.
as you can
The
see,
blurry
you guys
battle
are
of the
down.
It's very, very blurry Battle of Century.
Oh
yeah, it's
there we go.
skating.
As you guys can see, you guys are down here. Your ship's a lot smaller than his. You are also
Right.
so your
It's not
ship.
about the size, it's how you use it.
Your ship is 10 feet lower than his one. So if you wanted to get onto his ship, you need to get essentially like
This
jump
narrow, this
over,
ship.
climb up 10 feet, or rather, because you're like 6 feet tall, not 5 feet, whatever. Get up to his and then get on deck. as you begin going, obviously the waves are sort of putting you at different heights, and sometimes you're sort of at the same height, sometimes you're not. And as you're looking over at the ship, Halahand is there, almost staring at you. Though he's barking at his crew, commanding them about the ship, he pulls out his very large cutlass, and as it sort of comes out of his scabbard, you can almost hear this noise. It's almost like rust on metal, or like sort of ice on metal, crusted ice. And pulls it out, points it directly towards you. Oramis, it's a sad day, boy. Sad day when I have to put a fine soldier to death.
Sorry,
I gave you your chance.
What are you trying to look at?
Especially his crew.
So just
I
have
can't
a
see
quick
this.
zoom in on Halahan's token. It's a thing of beauty.
It is a thing of beauty that I had to slightly. It looks a bit like Santa.
Oh my god,
it
yeah.
looks
I've
like
seen-
if Father Christmas joined a biking gang.
But he points his blade towards you. Oh,
Just like the devil's got really old.
You're on my
Points his blade towards you and says, Oramis Lonehand, I challenge you to a duel for the fate of the ship.
Duel of the Fates! Get it on, boys.
Do you accept?
Do it. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, what?
Yes, I accept.
Shouts over to the rest of the ship. Nobody touches the half-elf. Face my blade. Looks over to his druid friend who's by his side. At the moment you're sort of like, it's like a ship action to board someone, so, or actually all of the ship action to board someone, so. Takes some time to get on. Looks over to his druid friend and goes, you know what to do. At which point the druid, who is wearing, if you remember, this sort of shawl or like cape of sort of seaweed and ocean nets and fishing nets and ocean vegetation, takes it off, it falls sort of in a clump to the floor, looks back at Halahand, gives him a cheeky sort of like grin, sprints off, and dives straight into the water. Very
Get
sort
the
of
fuck out of here.
It's like
very,
he already knows he's going to lose.
very Olympic swimmer style, and disappears. You notice from a brief scan of the crew that there are a lot of crew here, and so your crew are going to have to get involved.
My son!
You're going to roll, so essentially on Caspian's sheet, you're going to roll initiative for him. They're not going to be on here, but you're going to roll essentially to hit with them every turn. If you hit the DC of an average crew member, congratulations, your crew stays alive. If you miss, with the overwhelming odds of all of their crew, you will have to roll a d8. One of your crew may,
Oh no!
may die.
Mason!
However, if you roll an 8 on the d8, no one dies. You're fine.
Okay.
Does that DC increase as the crew start to die?
Yes.
And decrease as the enemy crew starts to die?
No. The DC is always the same, but it's
Oh.
not. It's not an exceptionally. It's not an amazingly
That's
high
great.
DC. This
Oh,
is
no.
like for an
Oh, okay,
average.
Well, because I was
save.
thinking like, the less of them there are, the more likely they are to be overwhelmed. But the less of the enemies there are, the less likely they are to be overwhelmed.
Theoretically, yes, but that brings in a lot of stuff that I
If
can't.
you haven't
keep track.
calculated that
I
pre-time,
haven't.
then
Are we rolling initiative?
everyone,
Yes.
everyone assumed the initiative
So-
rolling
Oh,
position.
yeah, that's a very good point.
You want the
This,
good
this
one?
is the good one.
So this is gonna be Halahan's initiative as well. I'm getting in on this, right?
Ready?
2, 1.
Across the room, Ben!
I'm taking a 16
A
though.
little bit hard.
I got 12.
Oh,
I got 9 plus 6.
I got a 13.
Luke, you rolled badly there.
Well, as Ben's fell out, I think we should all redo
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm completely okay with that.
So I'm just above my crew on 8. Because I have a +6 initiative.
Plus 6.
I get +6, but I always roll terribly on initiative.
So,
I need that plus 6.
what's the order? Who was first?
16.
20
What's
plus.
your modifier though?
Oh, 3. So
You were
19.
the first, 19, 18.
18.
Yes.
Below him.
You. You got 13 on the dice. I got 12 overall.
12 overall, and then
I got 8.
and then Oramis, and then your crew goes before you or after you.
They got 5.
Okay, so
They got
your crew goes after you. That makes sense. Cool. Should be all nice and down the bottom for everyone to see, so you can see when your turn's coming up.
Ben, can you stick it on this region on the map?
Yeah, because we're all zoomed in to the ships.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll stick it at the right. It's just
Put it
like,
under the
it's just
clouds.
like,
Make it
it's
white
just
and put it
behind-
underneath the clouds. The way.
It's just like behind the ship.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Thank
Cool.
you.
With that, the very first thing that happens actually,
No action.
so their action of the druid,
I made the Hydra.
and you begin noticing
Gonna
sort of
have
as
fucking
things
tentacles, isn't it?
as things are moving throughout the ship, people are getting ready. There is suddenly something moving beneath the ship. The waves move and jostle slightly. There is a roar, and I mean a roar, louder, more gluttural than anything you've ever heard in your lives. And very suddenly,
It's gonna be underneath the ships. I'm scared.
boom.
See it.
Yes, you would have been able to see it underneath the ship.
Oh, I can see it between the ships now.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, these tentacles rush
Oh,
out from the rush out from the water. Each one is, God, like 5-10 feet thick. You think they probably have room to expand and go up even further, but they're just crowding around the ship, trying to attack essentially you guys and any others. You can, however, to beat him, attack the tentacles. So that will essentially be how you attack and defeat them. Each of the tentacles has their own HP. Get rid of all the tentacles, you can surmise, you get rid of the druid. There are also many members of the ship, one of which you recognise. The one in the centre, a Goliath
I
man,
thought, yeah.
ginger hair, quite, actually no, bald hair, but beard that's now mottling and decaying, skin that's also sort of mottling and decaying like old leather,
Literally had him on toast.
white. And you can see the flaps of skin where you cut his throat. His eyes are now blank, obediently serving his master. Seems by torture he slightly meant something a little unorthodox, but there we go.
He was quite tough.
Only when you punch it.
We
So-
weren't proper punching him.
We were
damage
fake
him.
punching.
No,
yes.
but when you normally punch, you just put your strength on it. We were doing rolls.
Magic.
Right.
Oh.
I'm going to whip out just my Misty Arrow. And I'm
So
going to aim.
obviously, remembering that Halahand challenged Aramis to a duel, whether that means anything or not,
Well,
that's
yes.
to you, but...
Are they like not attacking us, waiting for the duel to commence?
So, from what you can gather, other people are going to attack you, but Halahand's going after Aramis.
Okay, so
Everyone
those two are
is
fighting each
above
other. Everyone else is fake aim.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right,
As
I'm
far
gonna-
as you can surmise.
I'm going to get my Misty Arrow and fire it at one of their bird's nests.
One of their bird's nests. Yes, I like it. Yeah, so you can shoot up.
Um,
get up to the
he's-
bird's nest.
Oh, missed the arrow.
He's
getting
quitting.
up there.
Man's just quitting.
As he's out.
I'm gonna fire at another ship.
Oh my god, if I got it!
How long's the range? Any landing sites?
It's kind like 600 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Advantage, yeah.
You can see
so-
from like a mile away Lady Jane on the silk arrow just giving a wink. Fuck this shit up, man.
Lady Jane just goes,
It's all here.
Get on with it.
Go on then, what are you doing? What are you doing?
So I'm going to go to the bird's nest of this. I
Bird's
assume it's
nest.
going to. That's to me would make sense. The bird's nest. In the
Yeah. This
Middle
ship's got
mast.
a bird's nest. Yes, of course.
Um,
So you can
I'm going to go poof.
fire up.
How
there.
high would you think I would be?
You are now about 20 feet up in the air.
20 feet. Okie day.
I would say that's about as high as a bird's nest. I don't know.
I'm
20 feet is like 3 of me stacked on top of
It's
each
not,
other.
it's not super high. You'd
Oh,
grab it
okay.
higher.
Yeah, probably
I
higher.
would,
I'm
I would
thinking
estimate like
50.
50 feet.
Yeah, something like 50 then.
right. Okay.
I'm bad with feet. Good with meters, I'm bad with feet.
1
how
foot is like
high would the
a third of a
tentacles
metre.
be flying?
How high would what?
The tentacles be flying. Would they be within 30 feet of me.
No. Not at the minute. At the minute they are literally like crowding over the ship and
Okay,
sprawling themselves over the ship.
Well, fine. I'm gonna get on my bow.
Get on with the bow.
I fired one arrow already, haven't I? So I've only got one short left.
You're gonna make him roll for that,
Million roll for what?
just to make sure he lands on that.
Oh shit!
You
You know, that'll be-
You know what? Yeah,
that's
you
a
know
good
what?
point. If
I'm
I'm
gonna
in-
do it,
I'm in the
but-
ocean
but
somewhere.
it's not an amazingly difficult target.
Oh, God,
for
I'm
a
now
seasoned
scared.
archer. So- I'll
Plus
say
plus 9.
Can he even fail? How low are you putting his DC?
you'll see.
Anything but a natural one.
That's 19.
Yeah, fine. You're up there. Boom.
Because he's also not got to hit the nest, he's got to hit the mast above it so he lands in the
Yeah,
nest.
it's a tricky shot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't know. Well done.
Yeah, cheers. I'm just a natural. I actually would have
So
hit like the
that's one of your shots to get up
one
there.
of the sails, just landed and then just roll down the
So
sail.
that'd be very Legolas.
What you doing?
Just stab it.
Well,
That's
yeah, I'm
what
going
you
to
do.
fire an arrow, but who am I going to fire an arrow at? That's a good question. I'm going to
Also
fire.
say you're like there to represent.
Oh, yeah,
you.
yeah, makes sense. That would help if I move myself.
Hmm.
I'm going to fire at this guy.
Fire that guy. Go for it.
Ooh.
14.
14 hits.
Yeah, boy! What's the damage?
It's not his best work, but it still does the job.
D8. Where's D8? Which one is the D8? It's that one, isn't it? Yeah. It must be plus something, right?
What? The damage?
Yeah.
Plus your dex, so 3.
It worries me that Ben's flicking through pages.
I know. Oh my god, I can't even see that. 3.
3?
6.
That's it done.
Would you like
So
a
that is
physical book, Ben? Would that help
six.
you at any point?
No, that's fine, because now I've got it up now, so now I can
Okay,
see.
no worries.
What
But
have
thank
you
you
got?
very much.
Ben? What have you got?
Well, my guess
I'm
is
gonna fucking tell you.
my guess is it's the monster stat block for a zombie, given that there seems to be some undead here. Or he's got the stat block for something else and he's just given it the undead quality. Shame Doc's not here to just make
Bear in mind, not all of this crew is undead, just the ones that are marked with a little skull.
That's why I went for that guy.
It's a shame Doc's not here to
He
make
was.
just make them all run
Yeah,
away.
Yeah.
Straight off the side of the boat.
But we do know one guy who's rather good at telling undead to fuck off with a bit of a smite.
Oh yeah, you're a slightly holy person.
when it suits me.
It suits him. Is that everything on your turn, Mazzy?
Yes.
Excellent! Griffin!
Okay,
Let's go,
I'll,
so-
I'll look for next turn. So how do you get up onto this? It's
So getting up onto the ship, like a lot of ships, there is like a ladder
Mm.
on the sort of side, so you can try and that's essentially in like the middle of the ship. So you'd be jumping over here,
5, 10,
just an
15.
acrobatic or athletics to jump over, land on the thing safely. Not an exceptionally high DC, just making sure
Yeah.
that
So
nothing bad happens.
do I need to do any vertical movement?
Yeah.
How much?
10 feet,
Okay.
So,
10.
obviously
15.
doubled to 20 because it's climbing.
Oh, I can't get up. I can't get all the way up there. I won't go that through a 10. Okay. Right, I'm gonna dash up there.
There are also tentacles and things on your ship that are trying to pull
5, 10.
the Dragon's Revenge under and
15.
attack you.
Okay, I won't dash. I think I'll get to the top of the ladder if I go 5, 10, 15, and then do 15 feet of movement. I've got 5 feet left to get up the ladder, so I'm still on the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Do you want like an athletics check or something?
Yeah. So athletics or acrobatics, just to
Definitely athletics.
Cool.
22.
22. Yeah, you're fine. Leap up, start climbing, easy enough. Pardon me.
While I'm on the ladder,
Uh-huh.
turn around, just firebolt one of the tentacles.
Fireball one of the tentacles. Go for it.
Might as well use my action. Please hit, please. I should roll.
Hey.
Very nice.
Very good. Very nice. Very good. Very nice.
9
Yeah,
damage.
hit. Which tentacle?
The one directly behind me.
One direction, directly behind you. Yes.
Oh shit.
What?
Well,
Over the Dragon's Revenge.
No, I've just realised I've got a feature that gives me a speed boost as well. So I think, I can't remember whether or not I have my blades on active when we were chasing that guy, but it gives me an extra 10 feet of movement to my base speed.
Oh fuck yeah.
So if I had that, and haste, and just
Speedy.
Where do you think
My
you're
name's
going?
Flash, and I'm the fastest man alive. Cool, nicely done.
I'm the fastest man alive, but only when I remember.
Only when I try.
Only when I try. Right, next up is Hallowhand, who is going to move to this. No. Bad tentacle. Bad. Sit. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. This is going to get really annoying moving around all the tentacles in it. 20, 25. He's going to get over to here, like 30. And he's going to fire a couple of shots at you, Oramis, with his
He's
pistol.
playing for you. That's quite justified.
Crap. 13.
Does not hit.
Yeah.
Little
First shot.
bitch.
First shot. Poof, to the side. Second shot. Poof, just cracks against the sort of side banister. You can see the bullet just sort of whittle away in the wind.
Is that the best you've got?
Oh, why?
He does not like that. He's not happy. Let me just have a look at his state block a second. See if there's anything he can do with the bonus action or anything like that. Yes, there is actually. He is then going to use his cunning action to go 5, 10, 15,
Is it
20,
familiar?
Like running away.
25. He's going to move there, so you can't shoot him back.
That's what he thinks.
Felix.
Tentacle, be a big boy.
Time to be a big boy.
Big boy.
You look down, put on your big boy pants.
They grow up so fast.
Alright.
And you can physically feel like the Dragon's Revenge as you
Yeah, I
go
was
big.
thinking-
Literally, like you can hear the wood waning, and the weight of all these tentacles plus you is now like pushing it down ever so slightly. What would you like to do?
I am going to go here. And I'm going to smack a tentacle.
You can just say Frank running on. Why can't the captain just have normal friends?
Why doesn't everyone run in your world like they're in a field of wheat?
I don't know.
Alright, Teresa.
13 to hit a tentacle.
Misses, unfortunately.
Oh no.
How can you not hit one of those giant tentacles right next?
Unnatural 20 to hit a tentacle.
Yeah, hits.
Okay.
Very unnatural 19.
So that is 1d6 plus 1d6 plus 4. 11 damage total.
11 damage, and you take 2 acid damage.
Ah, this
As
is a
you pierce into
bastard!
this thing, and the acidic blood of this
No!
huge octopus just sprays back out
Ah,
at
this thing can fuck off.
you. This thing can fuck off, you're right.
Oh,
Build the
well,
list.
So make it.
I'm
So
trying.
How much damage was that, sorry?
11.
11. Nicely
To a
done.
tentacle.
11 to a tentacle.
That's all I can do for now.
Fantastic. Next up is Oramis, the man himself. To also give you guys a bit of a thing as well. On the side of on the side of this, these like wooden these holes here are it's meant to be like rigging, so the rigging sort of going up.
That's how I get
To
down.
climb to it from your ship would be very, very difficult. To try and sort of leap over and grab the rigging and climb up, so you need to get like onto the ship before you can come over. But there you go.
And then when you get to the
Oramis, you're up, my man.
Why did you jump on
I would like
something?
to climb up to here.
You'd like to climb up to there.
Doesn't cost me any extra movement, but I need to make it.
You need to make to climb up and past the rigging is going to have to be a pretty and especially not on the ladder. Literally just climbing from like the sort of cannon
Where's
holes
the
and things
ladder?
like that. The ladder is where Griffin is currently. To climb up the thing. I mean, you can try. It's going to be a decently high DC, but you can give it a go.
How much faith do you have in your ability? Quite a lot.
Oh dear.
Probably
Acrobatics or athletics,
probably
either or.
unjustly.
Don't you have a really good one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with acrobatics because it sounds better.
Cool.
9 plus 11. Does a 20?
20, yeah, I'll say with a 20, you just leap off the side of your own ship, grab onto like one of the sort of holes for the cannons, manage to skim yourself up the side of the ship. So I'll probably say, yeah, so 5. You've used 15 feet of movement. That's
Probably
fine.
all my movement to get to there.
All your movement to get
Because I have
to
to move from the wheel.
Right, yeah,
up to there.
yeah, probably.
Can I then Can I cast Bane?
Yeah.
Second level, and I'd like it to affect Hallowhound, the Kraken, and I guess the chunky boy here.
Hallowhound, Kraken, and the Chunky Boy. Not a Kraken, just a massive octopus.
Well,
Not a Kraken. Massive octopus. Kraken-like.
I'm calling it a Kraken because it sounds better.
That's fair. So Hallowhound, Chunky Boy, and the not Kraken. Hallowhound passes with a crit.
It's a knob.
The Kraken fails the 5. And the Chunky Boy fails with a 13.
Have you baned the entire Kraken?
Hmm?
Has he baned the entire Kraken?
He has baned.
It's one.
Sorry,
enemy.
giant octopus.
He has baned the octopus.
Okay.
Oh my god.
A bit like the Hydra, I'm sort of going that like this is all one sort of being. So theoretically, if it's
You've
something that
given him the
affects-
equivalent of a splinter.
No, you've just given him like a little bit of like fatigue, so he's a little bit slower to hit.
but still a massive tentacle just flopping onto you. It's gonna
At
hurt.
least we hope it's tentacle.
I'm guessing because I used the spell, I can't use my magic rock. Because that would be an action to use the
That's
spell.
not technically you casting a spell.
What's
That
in there?
is
I
just
don't think we've read
Nothing.
what did you put in?
Well, I was going to put in it your haste, but I don't, because I asked for it, but then we weren't sure if we were going that night,
Yeah.
but then we didn't go the same night because we had the day's travel. So Ben,
So you're going to point it into
Roll me an intelligence saving throw to see if Oramis would remember to follow up with Felix to get that sorted.
I'm so happy.
Do you have proficiency in intelligence saving throws?
Yeah, Rogue do.
Why?
12. No. You
I don't miss it till drunk.
Can I just chuck the rock out?
I mean, you can.
I don't.
How much did you pay for that?
Like 200 gold.
Too much.
Money is no object.
Bloody rock!
I guess that's it. I'm gonna shout at Thingy though. So like, why are you scared of me? Because why are you running? Why are you running?
Not running, lad. Just giving you a chance. Cool. So, with that,
The crew.
come to the crew. Yes.
What do I need? A D8.
No, just a roll to hit, and then add whatever Caspian modifier is.
Oh, behave. Matt, tell me it's good.
Oh, man, what's Caspian's modifier to 6?
Caspian.
I'm assuming it's something in the realm of 6 or 7.
Yeah.
He has a. What's the model I'm looking for?
Just rolling to hit with the cutlass.
Is it not the mod you're looking for?
+6.
+6.
Plus 6.
18.
Yeah. You hit. Your crew survived.
Thank God.
They held their own, and immediately a lot of your crew are like casting off ropes, leaping over.
Boys.
Some of them are trying to help Felix in fending off this huge tentacle, and you watch as like one of them tries to sort of like stab it in the side, but sort of fails, and it just shrugs them off. But they're holding their own, mostly. At the end of that round, well, the start of the new round actually, another layer action goes off as a huge wave suddenly erupts and slaps onto the side of the ship, and everyone make me an acrobatics check to hold their footing while aboard.
Would I get advantage because I'm
24.
like, holding on to a ladder?
Also, you can instead use athletics to try and hold on
Yes,
rather
yes.
than...
Damn.
That's an acrobatic.
Yeah.
I am definitely just.
I think that's as well.
Oh, you're over. I'm not over.
Oh, dear.
Acrobatics has no passes, but...
Maybe.
You're in a bird's nest, so for you
I'm
falling
surrounded.
over...
I'm surrounded by what?
Yeah, so for you falling over isn't really a big deal. It's
Okay,
just
so
you sort
it's
of
not
go,
falling out of the nest.
and sort of falling. Maybe like
I
one of your
haven't
arrows
jumped
falls
out
down.
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One might be.
Yeah, I rolled a 4, so it would have been 7. Yeah.
So, yeah, you've fallen over. So, who's fallen, who's up?
24.
24, you're fine.
29.
29, you're
Fucking
fine.
hell.
I rolled
Oh,
on 19.
19,
Good
you're
15
fine.
acrobatics and athletics.
You've
I
fallen.
don't have any athletics, no.
The Kraken, it's underwater. Doesn't make the roll. Hallahan passed, and so did his
Interesting.
buddy. So
Why
that
did
was
you
really
actually-
useful.
Well, I just assumed you did. Because I thought you rolled athletics before with like a +8.
I've got athletics, not acrobatics. Is that what I just said?
That was that. We just
Yeah.
did acrobatics.
No, I did athletics because I was on the side of the.
He's like holding on to the side rather than
Right.
keeping his footing, so I
Okay.
had to use athletics.
That makes sense.
Cool.
And reverse
Start of a new round. Did we want to go for a break now or in like half an hour?
Super quick break.
Yeah, super
Very
good.
good. I would
Very good,
appreciate
very
it,
nice.
Trevor.
Drink your beverage.
with what happened.
I don't know, Ian a bit.
Yeah.
You all did the.
What happened?
I'm trying to remember.
Didn't have a hand I don't remember that.
No. So you all.
Halloran did die, yes.
So it's the start of the round because you all rolled for the lair action. So Mazzy, it is your turn.
I'm
On
gonna-
this thing, obviously you have to get up 15 feet.
Oh yeah, were you the one that failed?
He wasn't on
What did you roll? Alright.
19.
Oh, okay.
I might just sit down because nobody knows I'm in the birds.
Wait,
list.
was that 19 on the roll? Or
No,
in
total.
Right, I was going to say, because otherwise you got 27, you got 29, you got
I
30.
got 24.
You got 24. Ooh.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Mazzy,
I did great on that roll.
15 feet,
Um,
get back on your feet.
I'm going to cast an elemental weapon on my bow.
On your bow.
And then whip his sword out.
Well, the last time you got
Or holy
Oh, you
weapon
made my
on the
magic.
bow.
Thanks.
This is worthless.
I see you pick up the spell. Shit all over.
Oh my.
I don't know what the guy's called, but the guy that just does this.
Oh,
Like the really deadpan face.
Khabib, I think. His name.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Khabib, yeah, I think you're right.
Well, people just doing things wrong.
Just a really deadpan face, where and then just like the hands out.
Well, that is
Mazzy's arrogant.
an action, so I can't do much else.
That is an entire
You
action.
don't get to make an attack as well.
That's what I thought you'd assume so, but it's down as an action.
Yeah, no,
So,
that's a shame.
I mean, is that right? Because
that
also I
is-
don't have duration length of this on here either. So,
Quick Google would say.
D&D, then, where bomb.
I'd assume it would be an out one,
Elemental weapon.
but I also feel like it should be a bonus action.
One action, concentration up to 1 hour. A non-magical weapon you touch becomes a magic weapon. Choose one of the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. For the duration, the
Okay.
weapon has a +1 bonus to attack rolls and deals an extra 1d4 damage to the chosen type when it hits. When you cast the spell using a slot of 5th or 6th level, the bonus to attack rolls increases to +2, and the extra damage increases to 2d4. When you use a spell slot of 7th level or higher, the bonus is +3, and the extra damage increases
I'm not
to
gonna
3d4.
cast it so level.
Cool. Well,
'Cause I can't.
I'm glad it did that.
It's going to be fire.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, no.
I love it.
On a wooden boat. Excellent.
Love
I
it.
mean, it is a boat where you're not wanting it, so we're not really caring about the boat.
Who said I don't want it?
I mean, he absolutely wants it.
He absolutely wants it. Let's be
However,
real.
Can he take it? It's a question.
Yes.
Can he take it without being
Like a
cursed?
man.
No.
I don't really see the point of standing up
Yes.
because then people might see me. Because I'm
Okay.
currently hidden a bit, so I'll stand up when I can fly back.
Okay. Fair
That's
enough.
life for some, isn't it?
We got to
I'm just sitting down. I'm really
Griffin, you're on the side of the boat. People are going mental. You can hear the sound of swords being unsheathed. You can hear once again the guttural roar of this beast below. What are you doing?
I'm gonna get up, so 5 feet of movement.
Yep.
I've still got 25 left. The big guy, did he pass his save on the wave?
He did.
Even with the -4 from Luke's Spain?
He did.
Oh, really? Did you
Yeah.
include that?
He rolled a 19.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And how to hand create?
Yeah.
It's only 1d4, not -4.
Oh, 1d4, sorry, yeah. I just thought I was just thinking.
Pass, go then.
5, 10, 15, 20,
Maybe it's on
25.
it for the music. Musica.
I'm gonna get here.
That's that musically sissy coming in.
And I'm going to use, for my action, I'm going to use...
Well, I was hoping I'd see you again.
With the big boy.
Yeah. Pulls out this sword, which is like. It's basically like a massive cleaver, essentially, with a blade like that long, but the handle is also like that long, so you can like hold it with 2 hands. It's just an unreally terrifying weapon that you think is just really janky to hold, but he holds it nonetheless.
So if he says, glad to see you again, I'm going to say, I'm not sure you are, and then my eyes are going to go black, and my veins are all going to start going black as well, and I'll just like shout at him, and he's got, him and Halhand have got to make a wisdom saving throw, I think.
Alrighty.
Let me double check, I'm not sure it is, but it's
Something in the cottage shroud.
yes. We're going big, boys.
We're going
You
big.
get such Geralt vibes when you do that. Just with the black eyes and the like, pale skin.
It's charisma saving throw. Of course, they're all pirates. They can have fantastic charisma.
Charisma saving throw. So, Halahand 16 plus.
Yeah,
he's
that's
fine.
my DC.
That guy fails.
He's terrified of me.
He is now.
Only,
Like-
only until my next turn, I think.
into the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
Cool.
So his turn will be terrified, and then
Yep.
I'll put a little mark on
No,
it.
that isn't.
Pause the fight. We have to have an advert break.
This is for our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legend.
Oh
No.
god. Please no.
Other terrible mobile video games are available.
Yes. So is that your action to do?
That is my action, and I will leave it there. That's me.
And you leave it there. All right. Next up, it is Hallow Hand, and I'm just going to say the enemies as well. So, Hallow Hand, first of all, is going to 5, 10, 15,
I'll kick him in the water, please.
and he is going to. Ooh, what is he going to do? He's going to pull forth his cutlass and attack you. So, that is a 16.
Okay.
A 16.
Mm-hmm.
That hits just.
It's
But
just.
could I make an argument that I have the high ground?
I think you find I have the high ground.
Who said that?
We can't hear you! Second attack, that fucking hits. Third attack, 16 again.
Oh, Luke.
So, just move my notes. Fuck you.
Oh shit.
So, what damage we got here? So we have 5 plus that's 9 slashing damage on the first attack, and can you make a strength or dex saving throw?
Is that 4, by the way?
Hmm?
Is that 4?
That might be 4, yeah.
And
As he is using a maneuver of some sorts.
17.
You got fine, you do not move. Second attack deals 6 slashing damage. And the final one uses. No, the final one deals 7. That was 4, 6. That's 17 points of damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge
Which one?
for the first one.
For the first
Oh, I'm forgetting something. His sword also deals cold damage.
Oh.
How you doing?
How am I doing?
Yeah.
And 12 points of cold damage on top of all that.
What's the first
What's
one?
the first one? Because
That should also be odd.
Oh yeah, the first one, so that's actually 6 damage from the first attack, plus 7 plus 6 plus
12 from the cold.
12, but then one of them was halved, so that's actually 10.
So how much damage?
So the first attack did 4 cold damage.
First attack did 4 cold damage,
So that gets reduced to 2. So the first attack does 6.
6.
Plus
Second one
7.
did 7,
Plus cold damage.
plus cold damage, which was 5,
So 12. So 8, we're up to 18. Third attack did 6.
6,
Plus cold damage.
plus cold damage, which was 3.
So 9. So 27.
27 damage.
How you doing? You're taking it down one by one.
What's 84 minus 27?
57.
57.
Oh, I still drawing the right number. Magic.
That's also
Look at that.
Cool.
Cool.
Good to know.
Good to know. That'll be pretty much all he has in the pocket.
Good.
Thank fuck. Undead guy. Gonna go for you. That's disadvantage. That, but I need to just make sure that it doesn't have an extra. Actually, no one has a 7. Of course, it's not gonna hit you. You're fucking terrifying. Nice. So yeah, it doesn't hit. This huge cleaver just sort of, very sort of scared and wimpishly for a guy of this guy's stature, and you know how hard this guy can hit. You felt it before, and he just sort of smacks to the side of your shield, and in response, you just sort of furl your brow a little bit, just back out. And this guy here is going to go 5, and then 25 feet up the
He's coming for you.
rigging. These two are just going to be out and about. They're just
Well,
milling.
there goes my plan.
They're just milling.
Can I put a spike growth on the rigging?
It's a concentration as well, you lose.
Oh,
Felix.
I wasn't
Pretty.
Pick up the
placing it, to
cannon.
be honest.
Baseball bat.
I'm not sure that's more effective than my sword. In all honesty.
But it would be
It'd be cooler.
for
It'd
the,
look cool.
for the visuals.
For the visuals.
I'm gonna.
Felix.
Oh, impressive.
I'm gonna step into my Bled Song as a bonus action, and then I'm gonna cast Haste on myself as an action,
Fantastic.
and I'm going to use my additional hasted action to attack this thing.
Go for it.
And 21 to hit.
21 hits.
To the room.
2d6 plus 4.
Bang, bang, all over you.
Shit. 7 total.
7.
Total. Wait a minute, let me take you there.
Excellent. And you take 5 acid damage.
This is not a fair trade. Also, I can't fail that con check
You can't fail that con check.
because I also, when I go into my blade song, I get a bonus to my con save to maintain concentration equals my intelligence modifier, which makes my con save a plus 12.
I see.
So I physically can't
Wow.
fail that.
Well, there we go.
Unless someone hits him really hard, he's not concentration haze, basically.
Hasn't been a squid's turn yet.
Squiddy.
He's now a squid, apparently.
He's a
Anything else on your turn?
Every sort of fish thing's the same, isn't it?
It's got
No,
tentacles.
that's
It's a bit fetishy, it's fine.
that's everything. My turn.
Cool. Oramis, Hallowhand, stands before you. He has done some bits to your bits. As you can tell, he's come towards you and he has this fighting style which is primarily aggressive, but beneath it all there is this speed and skill which is there. So like he's sort of just standing there and he's just sort of whacking and flailing at you with this just pure frenzied aggression. But at the same time, you can tell like just as quick as anything he could be back into on all the defensive thing. You think he has that sort of capability. What would you like to do?
Bonus action.
Bonus action.
Conceal blade.
Conceal blade. Rolled it.
Oh no!
Does not hit.
I love the way I was breaking the music when you did that as well.
Does not hit. I'm
Dramatic.
afraid as you try and sort of get back. You try and get back at him, but just over his shoulder.
And then can I climb 5 feet up this rigging?
Yes.
Can you punch the guy while he's there? Just give him a stab, probably better.
I'm just going to chill next to him.
Yeah.
When asking how he stays good.
He's quite a bit higher than me though. This guy.
He is. Yeah. He's like 25 feet up, so he's good.
Well, okay, I'll go 10 feet up the rigging.
That will be an attack of opportunity from Hallowhand
Yeah, that's good.
against you. Misses.
Good. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
You can Eldritch Blast him.
Oh, that hits.
16 plus 9.
Yeah, it's
1.
I'll do the attacks. The damage altogether.
Oh, that hits.
18
2.
plus 9.
yeah, hits.
Oh, that hits.
10 plus 9.
Yeah, hits. Nicely done.
Give me them 10s.
Then D10s and
How
add
many?
15 to whatever you roll.
How many do you want?
Right.
Boom, boom, banana, boom,
Yeah.
banana, boom, boom, banana,
Do it.
boom, banana.
Is that
Was
a
it
10?
That's a 10.
17.
23 plus 15.
23 plus 15.
23 plus 15.
38.
That's really good.
That was pretty good damage, yeah, as you just sort of begin speedily climbing this ring and he swipes for you but instead cuts one of the ropes below you and quickly, just as you're climbing, just unleash this sort of torrent of blast that hails down on him. And you can see as you look up, he's like scorched just over his face and it's almost like smoking with this greenish purplish mist. But he's pretty pissed at you right now.
Oh,
That was quite cool.
now,
Thank you.
gracias. He was coming for me. You
And now,
did me some
good
solid.
You climb and just like reach one hand down and fire from your dick.
Okay, still
now to go up
Leg up.
is-
through the legs.
Like a
Star
tennis
points.
I forgot to add him to the initial order, so there we go.
Crew.
shot. October.
True, yes.
Come on, enemies.
Oh, the boys are
Boys
fast.
Boys are slaying. Boys are slaying. Yeah, your crew are now on their ship, and it's literally that something has rallied them, and literally you're looking around, and it's like two of Halahan's men just to try and take down one of yours, and it's an insane battle.
Big up the boys.
Big up the boys.
Hidden applause.
Kraken is going right now.
Is there anyone left on the ship where I am except for me?
You are defending.
There is.
You always have to leave somebody on the ship.
There is one. There is one. Mason, the religious guy, is still on the ship.
Mason's not really.
What if it's Walden?
Oh no!
Walter.
Which one was?
Walter.
Yeah, Walter, the guy who was
Walter.
interested in your schematics,
As in
is still
Walter
sort of with
Riley.
you
Yes.
on the ship. He's trying to take on this one over here alone, but it's really not going very well for him.
Oh, no.
And I believe the only people within range of a tentacle where they are at the minute is Felix. So I'm sorry, Felix. This one's going to go for you.
I mean, it's got to be a
That's an unnatural 20 to hit.
22 AC at the moment.
This tentacle just sort of.
I thought he was going to get his knife at the wall. For fuck's sake!
This tentacle just sort of. And you just sort of spin around the mast really quick as it just slams onto the ground. And you notice as it slams onto the ground that it releases this sort of almost torrent of this ichor from the different sort of pods and squishy pods that also begins just sort of fizzling and seeping through the ship.
Lovely, lovely.
But because you're the only person that's there, that's all it can pretty much do.
These tentacles, do we get the sense that we can, like with the Hydra heads, we can beat them individually?
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously, if you were to do enough damage, this one would go. That's it. That one's not coming back.
Cool.
That sort of
It's
thing.
going to sort of slither away.
Indeed.
Yeah, like in Black Belt, not Black Belt, Dead Man's Chest.
Yes.
Dead man's chest.
Yeah, you can't even
Nothing happens on the second round. There is no layer action on the second round. And we go into it. So, Mazzy.
I'm going to be really dramatic. I'm going to stand up, my bow's going to glow, and nobody's going to see me do this. I'm going to act.
Mazzy, go!
Oh yeah, no one's watching. Okay, well. So I'm going to aim at the tentacle that is by Doc.
Aim the tentacle.
Far enough away that it... Sorry, Felix.
Doc!
Sorry.
This cannonball, a dwarf in like shining plate armor, just flies over the sea.
I'm here, lads!
Just the lad we needed.
There was undead.
I heard some heathens.
Anywho,
Someone hasn't heard the good word of Apollo.
I assume the
Doc,
tentacle
where's your
is long
hammer?
enough
Too
not
big
to
for the
be-
cannon.
The
I
tentacle
brought
could be.
hammer.
I'll increase its AC
Yeah.
by a tiny bit, but it's not a
Yeah.
brilliant. It's not a brilliant AC. to
So
begin
it's
with.
+1 on the roll, and then it's
Yeah.
+4 on attack. So
Yeah.
So you've got a plus 10 to hit.
Oh boy.
12. Oh, what's the plus?
Nine.
Plus, I think yours is 9.
Is it?
Hit the it'll tell you. There you go.
Yeah,
so
it is
you've got
9.
Yeah, you can
So I got
easily
21,
hit that
yeah.
like right on the very back, just sort of back here, where I won't splash. Felix, roll the damage.
3, 4. Great. Total.
Plus dex mod.
4 total.
Plus dex mod.
Plus dex mod.
7.
I don't know what it is.
3.
Also,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 3.
3.
also, is it plus 1 to damage as well? Or
Yes.
just attack rolls?
Hey.
So,
Is it?
It makes it a +1 weapon, so that's +1 to damage
and
and to attack. So, with that, because you rolled above a
plus
3,
bonus to attack.
your arrow
And the
shoots down
international
from the
force
sky,
damage.
pierces into it, and then from inside there is just this burning and skittling.
It just says for the weapon has a +1 bonus to attack rolls and deals an extra 1d4 damage type when it hits.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. With 5 damage.
Doesn't matter. You rolled more than 3 damage. Good job. As this thing just sort of burns and slithers away, and this thing here fucks off, slinks back into the water, burning and slithering and sort of shaking away.
So I've fired down at the one, and I'm just going to go flip over and fire the one right at the back of the boat. This big one because it's the closest one to me.
Go for it.
Oh,
18 plus 1, 19 plus
Yeah.
9, 28.
Yeah, you're alright.
you've got plus 10 to hit that bow now. Oh, that's mad.
4 again. Plus 3, so yeah, 7.
That's 7. 7 damage, nicely done. Next up, we have Griffin. Guy in your face.
Yeah,
He's a big disgrace. You're kicking his can all over the place.
he's dead. Because he's scared of me, I don't get advantage on him, he just gets disadvantage on me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to raise my axe. And when I speak, I sound like a ring wraith, I imagine. So it's just horrible. It's just
I'm going to fuck you up.
What? Come on, please. Speak up! 15?
15 hits.
Oh, thank the Lord. And I'm going to add a level 2
Divine Smite.
Divine Smite, yeah.
So that's
Yeah, you do
3, 4d8 because he's undead, so you get to add an extra d8 anyway.
Okay. So many dice. Give me all your d8s.
That's not a D8.
I give you all your dicks, is what I heard there.
Give me all your dicks,
Dicks.
boys.
Is that a
Yeah.
Would you like an extra one to
pointy
make it another one with your axe as
Is
well?
my axe a d8?
Yeah, your axe is a d8 plus your and your 4d8 radiant damage.
Yes.
They look really cool, by the way.
Oh, that looked alright.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
not so good actually.
Fine.
9, 12,
24.
17, 24, yeah. 24?
24 damage
Plus 4. So that's 28.
28.
Plus 11 because of my necrotic shroud.
Fucking
So that's
hell.
39?
39.
Hot damn! Who are you actually firing at?
Douche! The big guy in front of me that we've already killed.
Yeah, there's like a little-
I think he did!
Is that 11 necrotic
there is
damage,
just
though?
this whisper of
Oh, I
breath.
don't know what type of damage it is
I
actually.
think it actually might
It is
be
necrotic damage, yeah.
Alright, so that's actually half then to 5. So that instead of 28, that's 23.
No, it was 13.
Oh no, it's 39, so that's actually
34.
God, 34. Fucking hell. Still, like, you almost just
That
release this
boosted.
whisper of sort of necrotic breath before you just get this gorish slice right across the stomach, and you can literally see like the muscle and fat almost pour out a little bit as you just left this quite ghastly blow over his front. And you can see like other members of his crew around are just like leaving wide berth around the two of you now.
Yeah.
Spill fish guts.
Because that was just one attack, we'll do this again. It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, go for it.
Pretty fun.
Oh, 20.
20? Yeah, hits.
Load him up, boys!
Okay, you've still got mine in there. So. Are you doing another level 2 divine
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, so
Oh, that's dreadful.
Oh, that's shit.
Oh, that's not bad
Yeah.
actually.
8,
8,
7.
16, 24. 24 plus
Is that-
4, 28 plus 11. I think it's
23.
exactly the same damage as last time. Why can't I count? 15,
Wait,
19,
8, 7.
21, 23. 23 plus 4, 27. 38. Not 38 because it's half. 5.
Ah,
33.
33.
Maths!
32.
How do you see yourself absolutely fucking decimating
Just 2
this
quick
dude?
slashes, but it just burns him as it cuts through. Like
Yeah.
there's radiant damage, necrotic damage.
It's
there's
this
slashing
strange
damage.
torrent, and as you're passing through, there is almost this white gleam on the edge of your blade, but it's giving off this black, some mist as it spins and slashes. First attack, like I said, straight through his stomach, and he just howls, and then the second attack, straight through his neck, and just head clean, couldn't be cleaner, off,
There's one.
tumbling to the ground.
Did you have a name for him?
Oh, in there. That's fine. I need it.
I don't think I did,
Just Goliath.
just
That's my
Goliath.
attack. Yeah, okay.
Nicely done. Is that everything on the turn?
He's dead.
He's not it.
You're not engaged with Hannah at the moment, are you? You're not in
He's-
combat with him.
No, you climbed the rigging.
Yeah.
Well,
He's,
yeah, I'm
he's,
fine
he's,
with it.
he's,
But I'm
he's
fine.
within combat with him, but not like right next to him now.
Yeah.
He's climbing up with
It's
him.
combat on the move.
Combat on the move.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen that you've got up the rigging, assuming he'll follow. That's not my bag at all. So I'm going to move over to these guys, and I'm just going to whisper to him in these horrible wraith-like noises. Don't try to fight the storm.
Oh, who's that? Hannah?
Storm.
No,
Fight
the
you.
other guy, that guy who's very scared
Oh,
shitless
God.
at me.
Yeah, he's. Holy fuck, yeah. He's just sort of standing up. Fuck. And he literally just does it. He just stood there, like speechless. Awesome. Badass turn. Hallahan's turn. He's chasing you up the rigging.
Of course it is.
He's chasing you up the rigging and he's going to go for a couple of attacks on you with his sword. So the first one, that's got 21. That's natural one, misses, and also misses.
The one that hits, I would like to invoke my cloud room, please, to make it hit this. I think the only other thing I can hit is one of these tentacles. I'm going for this one next to the zombie boy.
Next to that one, yeah, of
So
course.
my cloud room. So the damage for that.
Damage for that
First one that hit goes to the tentacle.
goes over, so that's 7 plus 3, 10. No, 4, sorry, 11 plus max cold damage, 6. Good job. So that is in total 16 cold damage as he swiped, like the first attack just sort of jabs straight through the rigging, and you feel like it should have hit you, but in this like cloud of smoke, almost like a portal, it just jabs through and stabs right at the tentacle from down below, and you can see as it stabs in, these sort of crusts of ice form around the right around the gash that he's left. Pulling from that, a little confused now, tries to get you, but unfortunately his sword's a bit stuck in the rigging. And the final attack, you just managed to skillfully dodge out of the way and was kicking his hand to the side. I don't think there is anything else he can do as a bonus action. So he's just gonna be there, right next to you on the rigging, a little bit above you, about now like 5 feet sort of above you. Ready if you move again.
JJ, I missed that. Did you knock the damage back onto him?
I turned it back onto the tentacle.
Okay.
I don't think I can actually turn it back onto the target.
Okay.
Felix, it is now your turn.
Right, I'm going to go
But also that defeats the purpose of the duel.
10, yeah. And then I'm going to Misty Step 5, 10, 15,
Actually, using Misty Step if it's not 50% of your spell.
25.
What an idiot!
He said they just read a book. Like.
Misty Step here. And I mean, I'm just gonna absolutely go for it on the guy between me and Griffin.
Yeah, go for it. Roll with advantage.
So
Oh, he did.
That's a 19 on the dice.
Yeah.
The first one. So that is 12 damage.
12 damage you.
And then the second attack is a 19 on the dice again. So that is 9 damage.
He's already dead.
And then is he?
Hold on, so that was 12.
12, then 9.
And then 9.
Yeah.
Okay, he is still up.
Okay, and then for my
Barely, but
for my hasted action attack, a nat 20,
Oh.
which is a waste because I'm going for the same guy, and I sense that
he
he's
might be gone.
pretty low.
Roll the damage.
So
1.
that is 11 plus 17.
You just killed him.
Oh, okay.
He had more health than you expected.
Okay.
You need to say it like that, but
It's
it's very, very nice. These,
But
he's
yeah.
just
Played us like a.
in. So you've just whispered to this guy, and then what did you whisper again?
I whispered, don't try to fight the storm.
Don't try and fight the storm. And then suddenly, just in this puff of mist behind him,
I
like
am
he's
the
already
storm.
he's already freaked the fuck out by this. And then suddenly, in
Fights
a puff of
you.
mist behind him, there's this huge gnome. I am the storm. Slash, 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 and with the final slash, he literally is thrown off of his feet across the deck, like way over here, just with a massive nat
Is
20.
that just rapier strikes?
Short swords, yes.
Okay. When you get big, do you think all of your finesse just goes and you're like just ham fisting it basically?
Yeah, basically.
Especially against a guy like this stature. Like he wasn't a tall guy by any means. He was human, but he was a little bit shorter. So him with his little cutlass, a little dagger, up against this huge thing, just slash, slash, and the final one just cut him straight across the deck. Is that everything?
Yeah. Actually, no. I've still got move. I've only moved 10 feet, so I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 more feet because I've got 70-foot movement speed with my blades on and haste up.
Nice.
Oh, didn't mean to
Is
move
this
there.
what adrenaline looks like?
This is what roids look like, I think.
This is what this is what he looked like on No Minstrels. And yeah, I'm gonna go around behind this guy to position myself for Griffin.
Cool. Next up is Oramis. Halahand is 5 feet above you.
He's 5 feet above me.
He's imagine like you're about halfway. So imagine his waist is about where your sort of head is.
What I need to know is, can I hit with an Eldritch Blast right here, or have I got to go up a bit more?
You would have to. I mean, you could, but it would be a disadvantage. But
Also,
you would have to move out
Right.
of his sort of attack range.
Where would the top of the mast be?
The very top of the mast.
Yeah.
So
that
that
would
Was that in line with me, or because I'm?
that would be probably just below.
Yeah, I believe it would be below me.
Yeah,
But I'm
that'll be just below you. So about you're both 15 feet up now.
Okay.
You'd have to get another 20 feet up
Okay.
to get to the top of the mast on the. I'm assuming you're going for like on the pole of the mast.
Can
yeah.
I then climb up another 20 feet?
Are you disengaging or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Disengaging as you climb up and he tries to get an attack on you, just kick his blade back and climb the rest of the way.
And as I'm going, same again. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
On the way up.
Cool. Yeah. Roll for Eldritch Blast.
90. That's 20.
Yeah. Hits.
1, 2.
That's 13 plus 9.
Mhm.
Oh,
12 plus 9.
this is doing you well.
This is doing you well.
Can I have some dice?
What do you
Please.
want?
D8?
D10s.
D10?
D10. No.
D twins. Plus 15.
6, 3, 12.
12.
12 plus 15, 27.
27. Nicely
Oh.
done.
And could I maneuver onto the mast?
Yeah, cool. Just roll me an acrobatics check.
Gladly.
That's 11, so.
3 plus 11, 14.
I'll say you can do it, but that's like all of your movement now to try and
Okay.
maneuver up and balance. You've got a plus 11 to acrobatics, so I have no doubt that you can balance on the beam.
Where is he now? Back in position to the side of the ship.
So in position to the side of the ship, you're like here, sort of thing.
Okay, so it doesn't go.
well, actually, the rigging goes slightly inwards, so you're actually about here in terms of where he is from, like the bottom of the ship, looking top down, sort of thing.
But we're now like what, 40 feet up? Well, I'm 40 feet up.
Yeah,
Is that-
yeah, pretty much. I'll
Yeah,
draw
yeah,
a quick
10,
thing
20.
of you two. So if I draw this now, that's the sort of mast that you're looking at. Probably actually extend a little bit wider than that, to be fair. But
I mean, that's 5 foot. That's very wide.
yeah, that is quite wide. But it's
If
not,
that's what the sail is, you're like balancing on
This
the
is-
like
this
a
is-
sparrow, like balancing on the thing.
This is
of the sail.
tightrope fencing, isn't it?
This is yeah. So
That's
that's essentially so that little brown thing is essentially where you are at currently. I'll make it like that so you can see it a
Little
little
brown things,
a little bit better.
behind.
So that's where
That's
you
what's
guys
falling
are. Anything else?
I want to taunt Hallahan, but I can't think of anything cool to say. So I'll just say nothing.
Go.
I'll just say, come and get me. 12 for the boys on the ship, plus 6, 18.
They're alright. Yeah, they're still going strong, almost emboldened by just the absolute
Wow.
decimation of everyone else, and you can just hear this like. Every now and again, you just hear this like roar of your own crew, almost overwhelming that of Hallahan's crew. It's a spectacle to see as you look down.
I bet that everyone is enjoying this and is really happy for them, apart from you, because you think if a couple of them die, I don't have to pay them.
Doesn't pay them anyway.
I just paid it before we came.
Cool. That was Oramis' turn. Mr. Octo Bitch, you're within 10 feet of an Octo Bitch.
Yes, yes, I am.
You're within 10 feet of another Octo Bitch as well. Yes, Octo Bitch. And Griffin, you're not within 10 feet of any. So,
I've seen this video.
That's a 26.
You're all class, right? All class.
Shield.
Shield.
Makes my AC 27.
Boom.
Okay.
And 16. Yeah, so literally, it's this first swipe, and it crashes in almost into like the just like one of the cannons, and you almost kick the cannon forward, pushing the tentacle away.
Oh.
Second one comes behind you, and it just slaps against this shield, and you again sort of see this acidic ichor just sort of ooze
I
down
don't
the
like
side
it.
of your shield.
Don't touch me.
Horrifying stuff.
I know this shit burns. I don't want to get touched by it anymore.
And you also notice that from way back here, the Dragon's Revenge is being almost like crushed with no one taking out the things. So if you've got, if you've got the Dragon's Revenge stack open, let me just roll damage for it.
Is the one at the front of the Dragon's Revenge, is that technically attacking Felix? And
Yeah,
the other ship, so that's not
so
attacking.
this one's attacking Felix.
So there's only two attacking. the
Yeah,
Dragon's
there's only like
Revenge.
two attacking the ship. As the Dragon's Revenge takes 2 damage if we're sort of rounding it up and down.
What's
by
that
10.
under guy on the rigging thing?
I've forgotten about that. I'm gonna be very honest.
He's just watching.
He's just enjoying the sights.
I completely forgot about him.
He's taking a breather.
What are those?
Yeah, but there we go. And on the third round, you can hear in the skies this boom of thunder, and then suddenly, straight down the middle of the mast.
Ah shit.
A bolt of
Which
light-
mast?
The tallest one.
Oh.
Straight down the centre of the mast. Anyone within 10 feet of the base of the mast
Oh, I
has to
like
make
it.
a dex save. And you do because you're on
That's obvious.
No, not me.
It runs through.
Is it just him then?
Just him. Yes.
What do I have to save, sorry?
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, just you. Dex save.
Dex save.
As this lightning strike cracks down,
It said
shoots straight down through the middle of the mast, and
Plus
splinters
7.
and
You got this,
lightning flying everywhere.
You got this.
I
It's
can't
definitely
fail.
not
It's
going to be.
plus 7. Come on.
Oh, no.
Oh!
Nine.
9. Don't stop rolling. I don't like it.
Don't stop rolling.
There's 19 lightning damage
Oh!
That's alright, I'll take it.
as the lightning blast
Ben's
crackles
like,
down,
okay then. Roll.
crackles down, and almost explodes on you, and you find yourself sort of like
I mean, I'm not really getting
thrown,
attacked. on it, so I'm
thrown
not
forward a
taking
brief
it.
second.
Yeah.
Can you make me a con save for elemental
Oh,
weapon?
I'll do it on XC's.
Plus 3.
Plus 3, I'll just do it there. Because I'm there. Haha,
Oh.
that's
Hey,
why
you did it there! You're fine. You're fine. Alright, so.
Mine does look alright. Mine looks really washed out.
Yeah, it's a
Mazay.
red colour.
I mean, yours is quite. Yeah, but comparing that mine is really washed out on screen.
What is?
Well, we're doing
My
one on the
numbers.
dark
Oh,
version, and the nat 20
I
colour
found
is-
the on the dark version. My numbers were a little bit.
Then
washed
also
out.
the, is that, well, what was
Mazzy, it is your
the...
turn.
Yeah.
That one's that
Starting us off.
Right, so plus 10.
10, yes.
Uh,
On who? Or what? Or where?
debating
Don't forget the guy.
Octobitch or the guy on the rigging. Guy on the rigging because he's coming for me. 15, 25.
25 hits, yeah.
Ouch.
4 plus. Is it just straight 4? I can't remember. Plus 3, yeah. I
Plus
always
3.
forget that.
7. The Marines.
Second drop.
Same guy. 18.
18 hits, yeah.
8. 11.
11. Is that
Right.
plus 3?
That's including.
Yeah, that's including S7.
Okay, that's with everything. Awesome. Yeah, these 2 shots just, but with this sort of flaming thing, it's you find he has to like let go of one arm to put out one of the fires, pulling onto the ring really tightly now, as the ship's been racked again by all this wind and waves and everything. Nicely.
What's the wind
Done.
and the waves?
I know, right? Anything else? Cool. Griffin.
Oh, this fella.
These guys.
Fella. Luke, can I have a D10?
Yes. I think that's D10.
D20.
Oh, did you play
These
here?
fucking guys.
See, that's just this guy. as well.
RIP.
16. Thank you for that. Nice. Plus stuff. Hit.
Yeah, hits.
Okay.
With the plus stuff.
With the bristles.
With the plus stuff. I
Oh,
won't put
plus an 8 or plus 9.
won't put a smite into this one. We'll just do the 1d8 plus 4. D8. 1 plus 4, 5. Oh,
5.
plus necrotic, 16.
16.
And he's not undead.
He's not undead. So that's 16. 16.
20, 20.
Total.
Completely forget this. Does the fire damage have effect on anyone that I've been trying to use that?
Not any adverse effect, but otherwise just straight damage.
Get assist.
20. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, yeah, hits.
D8. I'm going to pump a Divine Smite this actually, because there's not loads of people left.
Excellent. There is also the tentacles that I'm moving
We should
around.
probably
So I'll
save the
do
ship that we
level
need to get out so we
3,
can get away
which
on.
is 2d8, 3d8,
4
4d8.
other ships.
48.
Have a d8 please.
I really want to sink with my armor on.
How many are you doing?
I need one from each of you. I need 48
was it?
total, isn't it?
48 total.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, actually, I did need one for you, Ben, because I got
That's
one.
the actual axe damage.
La 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 la.
Oh! Oh! 16, 24, 26, 27.
Is that,
Oh, this guy's just so dead. It's not even funny.
He's already.
As literally, so you've come up behind him and you've slashed him once,
That wall.
and he turns around to try and
No.
defend,
Oh, was that one? Sorry. It's not my
And
dice,
you-
I don't remember that.
and you just leap up. Again, again, sort of the rain catching your axe, the wind sort of blowing this black mist off your gleaming white weapon, and just slash down as he's there, and his arm just comes clean off as he falls to the floor, and with the funnel just jumped from your shield, he just face plants straight down.
He's
Oh.
dead already.
I'll try to destroy him, 'cause I just look up at Felix with like this terrifying and just go,
And again, as he does that, it's like.
The water level on the deck increases slightly.
So it does. Next up is Hallowhand, who chases you up the rigging. He's not where you are. He's not where you are. Making a mental attack. So that is a 24 hits. Another 24 hits. Oh, no. Sorry. So the first 24, can you make a Wisdom saving throw?
Okay.
So that is 3.
that was so high.
That is 7, 9 damage in total. 7 from slashing, 2 from cold.
You sound like you should be in a kids' TV show.
And his next
I
attack,
can't do that high.
and with the wisdom saving throw, actually no, that actually deals more damage. Sorry, I apologize. So that's 9 plus 6. That's 15 points of slashing damage in total.
What was the first set of damage?
So the first set of damage. What do you mean?
How
The
much
first
was it?
attack, how much damage did that do?
This has all been
Oh,
one
I'm
attack so
uncanny
far.
dodging.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah.
So that is actually 7. 7 points of slashing damage. But you failed your whiz save, so he's like climbed up to the top. No more running, no boy. And he almost bats your like concealed blade hand out the way. And he slashes into you and he twists the blade, giving you this gnarled look.
Yes, please.
Giving you this gnarled look. Unfortunately, until the end of his next turn, you are now frightened of him. So use Frightened Strike against you, one of the Battle Master maneuvers. And his second attack, a 24, wasn't with his sword at all. It was with his glowing, hallowed hand. As it reaches up and grabs your face, can you make me an intelligence saving throw with advantage?
Oh no.
Intelligence is my strength here, guys.
Are you sure intelligence is your strength?
Oh!
You
Yes,
take half,
it is.
you take half damage. You're not stunned. But as he reaches up, it's only for a brief second. This is the thing, he can't quite get enough of a read on you. But in the brief, almost second he has, oh, so that's your wife. Oh, I remember her.
Cheers.
And then you almost snap back out of this thing.
In the movie of this, Oramis would have like flashback scenes. And you'd see Bethany Ocean disappearing beneath the waves.
What happened there? Did he catch up to you and attack you?
Yeah.
He touched him with his glowing hand.
Okay.
So you take 10 points of radiant damage.
Is that hard?
That has already been halved.
Okay.
As you resist the effects of his hand, his hand, though he does seem to have reached into your mind almost, and you can literally, it's a really strange sensation of this cold, almost like tendrils or fingers, almost like reaching into your mind. You can feel it pulling on certain things, not for very long. As you can definitely attain from that, he's seen things that you've seen before. Your wife being one of them, one of the more prominent thoughts in this scenario. Anything else from him? No. So onto the enemies. This guy is going to use his dash to get all the way up essentially to Mazzarious. So he uses.
Can I ask how he's getting past him on the beam? Oh no, he's climbing the ring.
Yeah. He's climbing all the way up. So he gets up to you there. Dashing is his bonus action, so he's going to make an attack roll against it. That is 18 plus a bunch of stuff. I'm assuming that hits. 5 plus 2. That's 7 piercing damage. Well, slashing damage. And then with his bonus action, no, not bonus action, second attack with his knife. 19 plus a bunch of stuff. Plus. No, it's a knife.
He
4.
really wants to hit you.
He does.
That is 5
Fuck this
piercing damage.
man in particular.
Ow.
But that is everything he's done as he's climbed up, and he just unleashed this horrifying scream, which is, as you realise, not entirely whole. There is no like scream understand. Almost like a voice box is missing, and it's as he reaches up, do you realise, as you're sort of seeing parts of his sort of thing move, there are holes in him, literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, just to the side of his neck. This guy is clearly undead, or of an undead nature. As well.
Yes, indeed.
Can
Can I ask?
Do you have to
Mhm.
I know he's probably not, and I know you're going to say he's not, but is he bigger than me?
He's not, no.
Oh, shame.
That's just a mistake on his thing. Actually, if anything, he's much smaller than you. You're a pretty tall, beefy guy. He's a fairly weedy, roguish looking
I'll
dude.
flick him off instead of kick him off then.
do you have to do compensate?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you. You fine? And another one.
You got hit, yeah.
Oh. twice.
No. I laughed too early. Yes, I did.
Yes, he did. Unfortunately, that elemental weapon dissolves. Felix.
Alright. I'm gonna go 5, 10 up to this tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna make. Well, I've got 3 attacks at the moment, so I'm gonna make 3 attacks against it. It's gonna be a unnatural 20 and a 26 and a 10.
Yeah. I know what?
10, so I'm gonna have
10 now. Two of those.
So, got first attack is 12,
12.
and second attack is 8.
Nice. And you take. You hit it twice.
I did
9 acid damage.
9. Okay, and then
I think it's chipping away at you.
I'm going to use my action surge
Mm-hmm.
and do it again.
And do it again.
And so,
I'll fucking do it again.
alright, so 2 more attacks. 17 and 18 on the dice.
Yeah, nice.
So 8 and 12 again.
And that just about does it. With the final attack, just shink, you cut off just the very, very end of this tentacle, and it just sprays this torrent of acid everywhere.
Ow.
And you will take
Stab it.
6 acid damage.
Okay.
H.
I will use my bonus action to do my second wind and recover some hit points.
Hey, nice.
Because all of that was without a bonus action. So 1d10 plus 6. 15 hit points back.
15 hit points back. Very nicely done.
Well, 9 on the dice plus 6 levels. And that's my turn for the.
That's your turn.
Actually,
Oramis. Oh,
sorry, before I want to get right up to the end here, just so I can reach the staff in the deck.
Okay, yeah.
So I just want to be like, I can't do anything but next to it.
Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so we now have Oramis. You are in a duel 50 feet above. The ship is being
Give him a shotgun.
pushed and washed around everywhere. You got plus 11 to acrobatics, and if I'm going to be very honest, so does he. So you're both fine.
It's like he's got equal.
Moving around.
It's not like.
No, he's much better than me.
Oh, so funny. It's coming. I'm frightened.
You are frightened, so you can't. So you have disadvantage on attacks against him,
Cool.
whether you're next to him or not. So
Can I disengage?
yeah.
Take 5 foot back
Mm-hmm.
and Eldritch Blast.
And we'll just blast. Go for it.
What's that? 19. Oh,
Disadvantage.
what's that? 19 again.
Nicely done. Yeah, that one hits.
I want a second one for you.
Thank you. Does it 16 hit? 8 plus
Well,
9?
no, because you already rolled 2 19s. That's with disadvantage. Two
So yeah,
19s.
so that's his first Eldritch Blast.
Oh, so that is that the damage of the first
Eight.
one?
No.
So you rolled 2 Eldritch Blasts, you rolled
Disadvantage.
19 on the first one for both.
Oh,
of them.
yeah.
So the first
Yeah.
one's hit. He's just rolled 14.
14.
14 does not hit.
Does not hit. And his third one, you've not hit with that. That's dreadful.
Sadly not. But roll the damage for the
Back
19.
to the,
Could get a
hyper
10.
fight.
Could make up for some lost ground.
Yes. What is it? D10.
1d10 plus 5. Nope, not that one.
Well, I want to use this one.
Well, there's a d8, so I mean, feel free, but you,
A 7
12.
plus
5.
12, okay.
12. 12's okay. 12 is okay.
I can do nothing else.
You cannot do nothing else.
Okay.
This is a very sad. I mean, no, you can't do
I
anything.
disengaged. I attacked. Disengaged.
Still technically got movement, but
No.
fair enough. Next up, we have Mr. Octovich. Now, Octovich is getting a bit sick of this ship, but it's also getting a bit sick of you guys taking off the tentacles. It's going to move a tentacle.
Oh. The tentacles have movement.
I've had it with these motherfucking tentacles, this motherfucking ship.
And it's going to move another tentacle inwards, sort of more around there. And these 2 tentacles are going to squeeze the Dragon Avenger.
Is anyone on the dragon?
Don't know why I need to.
You're, Walter.
Walter is still on the
Yeah.
Dragon Avenger, holding strong.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh yes, roll for your crew.
Is Walter still
Oh, the
The
crew!
crew are just.
The crew are nailing
So
it. They are.
good.
They are literally cleaning up.
I mean,
They've
what's the lowest
they've
you've
got this
I think the
horrifying
lowest you've rolled
figure.
total is 18.
For the crew, yeah.
Well, we are
I
at the
just
sea.
rolled
This is their,
worse on the.
There you
Yeah.
go.
their favourite terrain.
Yeah, these boys, they know what they're doing.
Can you take 4 HP from the ship
Yeah.
as these 2 tentacles are squeezing and pulling and almost ripping at it, and you can hear and see just looking over one of the like almost like the side of it and the inside of it just you just hear this loud snap. You almost mistake for lightning or thunder briefly, but it is unfortunately part of your ship. Someone's gonna need to take out these tentacles quick.
Well,
Or some
I'm
shit's
already
gonna go
done
on.
too. Well, actually, I only did one that finished off it. But still,
Still.
I was just helping you out, mate.
Right,
I currently got another one to do.
next round. Another wave pushes on in. Can everyone make me an acrobatics check to not fall prone?
Oh, as if that would happen. That was insane.
9.
13.
We're all gonna beat
9
them.
plus
Ooh,
Acrobatics, yeah?
acrobatics.
12.
Hmm?
12.
12.
Was that 2 or 3?
And I'm somewhere
Two.
where
You fall prone.
fine. I can't complain, can I?
13.
But what, yeah.
13. You fall prone.
Oh no.
13.
You fall prone.
Oh no!
You're still on the thing.
How is it still on the beam?
I'll say you're still on the you're still on the beam. You sort of managed to grab onto it and pull onto it. It's sort of like the thing has moved forward and you've sort of fallen forward briefly.
I saw one there, but it's not mine.
That's me, sorry. 15.
15. You haven't fallen prone. I'm really sad to say that the DC was 14.
Can I ask about the guy who's literally right in front of me?
He has not fallen prone.
Oh, dang it.
And no one's had a hand.
They're dexterous, man.
These guys are rather dexterous.
So
And they rolled
that
an
was
8.
bad for you.
And they rolled an 18 and a 20, so
Very, very bad.
they're pretty good.
So bad.
So bad.
Prone.
Uh,
Oh dear.
cool.
Right.
Not good. Not good.
Mazzy.
Whilst getting up,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get my dual sword, have a stab at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll roll for that.
Yeah.
14 plus,
Yeah,
I assume
it's-
that's hits.
yeah.
8, I think.
You see what it is actually.
9.
Plus 9.
Ooh, wow. good
What is the
match
damage? Oh, I've just rolled it accidentally. That was not meant, but now it's there, I'll do that.
Yeah.
7.
7. Damages.
So, as I stab him, I'm going to come, so I'm get up, stab him, I'm going to turn around and try and kick him off.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, cool. Roll to hit. Just roll strength. Roll a strength check and add 4.
Where's my strength?
Or just roll a d20 and add 8.
Okay, yeah.
He gone.
19
He gone.
19.
plus.
I'll roll a strength save.
Strength saving is 8.
I'll roll a
Sorry.
strength save for this guy.
4 strength plus.
Where's
4 strength plus proficiency of 4.
Yeah, so it's up there. Yeah.
Turn around, kick. Falls, and then just below you can just hear this crunch
Well,
of a guy hit the floor.
50 feet. What does he take for 50 feet damage?
It's 5d6, but I'm going to be very honest. Because you kicked him and therefore dealt 1 plus 4, that took him out.
Oh, are you serious?
So this
I
dead
thought-
body just.
So,
It kind of felt like kicking
it's sort of.
first without stabbing, actually.
I'd say like your kicking like knocked him out, and then he fell through the air, and then just
Splats on the deck.
Head
splat
first.
on the deck, taking another guy with him, and you can just hear the sound of Frank below you. Just, oh, thanks.
Special delivery.
Anything else on your turn?
That's 2 attacks, which are
Cool.
annoying. You could have done
Griffin.
one, but no.
So that guy's dead. He's the undead one.
Yeah,
He's re-dead.
He's re-deadified, yes.
So it's, the only thing I can see is Oramis and Hallahan going at it. I see the.
There's obviously a lot of like crew,
Yeah.
like your crew and stuff going at it all around you.
I will hear the Dragon's Revenge creaking,
Mm-hmm.
and I've actually got to save his shit.
You could save your funny feelings from the tentacle.
Oh, you're fine, mate.
Yes, but you know.
Well, so I think I'm gonna go. I can get to that wall at the bottom here,
Yeah,
but I've got to leap across the boat.
yeah.
Okay.
So that'd be an
5, 10,
athletics
15.
check to leap across and land decently.
Okay, I'm gonna put myself next to the tentacle because I'm pretty confident I'm gonna pass this.
Or would it be
You don't have that ability anymore. So.
acrobatics to try and
Long jump, I'd say you could use that.
long?
Like-
Yeah.
Oh, skip and jump?
Long jump athletics.
This is +8.
Plus 8
14.
in total.
Yeah.
How long is that jump? That jump is
like a 10-foot
yeah.
jump.
Yeah,
But-
you're
But it's
boat's
you're
going
alright.
down,
Yeah,
it's
the boat's
down, so you've
lower,
got,
yeah.
you've
The
got a
boat,
bit extra.
yeah, the boat's lower. I'll say you need to expend. So how much have you moved so
That's
far?
my full 30 feet to get.
That's your full 30 feet.
Yeah.
So you're like crouched down right now.
Grab your
Yeah.
edge and have to climb up.
I'll say 14. No, he's definitely like made it onto the
Okay.
ship, but he sort of landed and fallen. So I'll maybe like increase its AC because you're not prone, but you're sort of like crouched
Okay.
fairly low. So I'll increase its AC
Yeah, that's fair.
for that purpose.
Alright, and I'm gonna hit it. We'll do 2 times, but we'll do one at a time. Boom! That is not gonna hit. That is a 13.
13 does not hit.
Frustrated that I missed my
Swipe at the
first
floor
one.
and just chips of wood come up in this place.
I'm gonna go again. Oh, that's dreadful again. 15.
15. I'll say I was giving it a +2 AC, so that doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Ah!
These two, so you've swiped once, chips of wood fly. You've swiped again, and almost like, so this tentacle was in front of you, and your axe has come around. It's just as it's whipped back, and it looks like it's going to whip back again to get at you, potentially on its turn. Anything else on your turn?
No, go, move on.
Yeah. Hollow Hand is going to walk over to you, and you are prone.
Yeah. Does he want to use an AoE effect?
Maybe. I actually need to look at the
You
thing.
might hang on to the mast now.
Not necessarily hanging on to the mast, but like sort of like on his belly, like one foot wrapped around the mast, another foot sort of like trying to push himself up quickly. Just need to make a quick thing to see. So, Hallahan walks up to you, sort of balancing on this thing,
This is it, boys.
almost flicks his blade, and as he does, you can just hear this boom, like just a and the blade itself almost like wobbles and booms and resonates. And that was his bonus action. And now with his action, he's got to try and hit you. So, he has advantage. Thank fuck.
Shit.
Oh, that is a 17.
No, you're not so shit.
That is.
Can you give me a strength saving throw, please?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
What have you got? What have you had? 3.
3.
Oh no. 14.
14. Not enough.
Ah.
As he casts Thunderous Smite. And he slaps you, and you find that and he sort of like hits your body, and you find yourself suddenly pulled up from being prone, thrown back against the middle mast of the ship, which is going to deal a little bit of extra damage, unfortunately.
Because it didn't know enough.
So from his regular attack, that was 5 slashing damage
Okay.
and 2 cold damage. And then from the Thunderous Smite, that was an extra 2d6, which equaled 3. So 5 plus 2 is 3, that's 8. Plus his actual thing, that is 9 damage for that attack. And an extra d6 because you've been thrown, it should have been 10 feet, but you can't physically move 10 feet. So it's an extra d6 for bumping into
9 damage in total.
9 damage in total for that attack.
Is it worth kind of dodging?
Why not?
Yeah. You might not land another.
And that is 6 bludgeoning damage from hitting the mast hard on your back. Cool. And then let me just check something a second to see if he has anything.
Yeah, Oramis is still on the mast.
On the mast, but now like sitting against the middle mast there, and sort of legs either side of the mast.
Wow, I am. Okay. Oramis has incredible balance.
I do have a.
He does have a plus 11 to acrobatics, so I mean, roll an acrobatics check just in case. But I mean, I figure 13. I'll say you're just about there. You're just about
You're having a hard time.
It's not fun.
So you're like pushed back there, and he's just gonna walk up to you.
Do it again.
I gave you a chance, boy. And he's gonna slash at you again. Oh. Ooh! It's a miss. I got it for advantage. You rolled a 6 and a 8.
14.
17.
Fuck's sake. Leave
One-
me alone.
One of his attacks
Defeats the purpose
hits.
of a duel, but yeah.
One of his attacks does hit. For
Why are you here?
8.
Pick on someone else.
There's 16 damage in total.
Okay.
Did you?
Is that right? Click.
As he slashes into you, and the first one strikes, the second one gets his sword, cut into the wood, and as he pulls it out, these frosted flakes of wood sort of splutter out. But that is the end of his turn. Felix, you are up.
I want to grab this stuff and try and pull it out of the deck.
Okay, make me an Arcana check real quick.
Okay. 17 plus 5, 22.
So it looks as if this staff is surrounded by this brief sort of shimmering light. This almost like turquoise-ish light. And it almost reminds you of when you've seen people, several different people, obviously people cast magic in different ways. You remember seeing one particular guy cast shield, and it had a similar look and effect. And this guy was a guy who grew up by the ocean, and it almost has this sort of, you know, like when you see like water on the like ceiling of a swimming pool. It's almost like that shimmering around the edge of it. So you almost think this thing's got some kind of ward, like a ward type thing around it. So I mean, you can try and grab it, but you don't know the effect it might have of touching this thing. But with a roll like you had, all magic has its limits. You can probably break it. Hit it hard enough, and anything's got to break. Said Kiri.
In that case, I will try and attack it, but I want to take out my hand axe and like chop right at the deck to try and like chip out chunks of the deck underneath it.
Okay, yeah. Just roll to hit to see sort of how sort of accurately, and then roll some damage as well.
So it's a 10 plus 8.
I'm saying, yeah, you've managed to sort of isolate a pretty decent place to try and unhinge it, especially from these like how it's like rooted, like it almost physically is rooted in these roots into the ship, and you just cut one of these off.
And then
Pushing
that's
in.
max damage. So that is 16 damage.
And yeah, you've done a massive job. Another hit like that, and this thing's out. This thing's probably out, like loose enough, you think, to potentially do something extra.
Second attack. Natural 1.
Maybe not.
Natural 1, and then you're trying to attack again, but this is just as like a spray of water shims over the ship, and you just sort of take that time to cover your face instead. Anything else?
Yeah, I've got a bonus action. So offhand attack is a 19 plus 8.
Yeah. Again, sort of like this thing, and then just
And then 9 damage.
9 damage. And you find the staff almost just jolts free and almost loose, and it's now just rattling in its place in the wind. And this ward is...
Sorry, 13 damage.
And this ward is now shimmering. It's lost a lot of connection to the ship itself, which does seem... Now that you're looking at it and looking at the roots that it was connected, it almost seemed like the ship was almost fueling some kind of power into this staff to allow it to do something.
Okay. Now I've got a hasted action.
Hasted
So
action.
I'm going to try and like grab it and like pull it out. if I
Okay.
can.
Roll a con save with advantage as you grab it and try and yank it out. It's not fully dislodged yet.
Okay.
But
Oh,
It's an 18.
an 18. You'll take half damage, but not much anymore.
Basically, it means you're going to really scream when you put it out.
13. That is 8 points already halved, so 8 points of
Okay.
force damage as you pull it out. But you are now holding this staff, and as you sort of try and pull it out, and then finally do with a just mighty sort of rip it from the wood, and there's a crack of thunder somewhere off in the distance, but things around you begin to calm somewhat. The storm still rages. The storm has now happened, but it was almost fueled by an extra rage. So now, congratulations, the layer actions, they're done. Don't have to worry about those anymore. And you think this is probably, like, looking around you now, just the immediate effect of almost like you felt the aggressive wind, and then it almost calms down in this moment, and you can sense that this is the storm almost, like it reached its peak. Now it's going to be dying down at some point. You've calmed it somewhat, though it is still raging around you. And looking at it and sensing how this is thing, you can put the pieces together when you've heard people say that Halahand always there's a storm. Like people always say that there's a storm when Hallahan comes. It's because of this staff or this druid. When he's connected with the ship, he's managed to conjure a storm to gain an advantage against his foes. Almost like try and scuttle them and make them too focused on actually sailing to actually fight back. Very nicely done. Next up, we have Oramis. What are you doing, son?
How's Hallahan looking in and of himself?
In and of himself, make a quick perception check.
Love
Just
What
as
do
a
you-
sort of natural.
What do you
You got like a
notice?
17 passive
Yeah.
perception. So he has definitely looked a lot better. Blood is trailing from his nose. He's got a lot of bruises and cuts, and his heavy leather coat is now sort of scorched in many different places. And he himself is still like he's now sort of almost struggling to keep himself balanced on this thing because he's looking quite tired. But he's still up, filled with more aggression than you've seen him before. I'll say he's over half.
He's
De-
over
de-
half or
def-
under half?
Definitely over half
Oh,
HP.
oh.
Definitely. No, as in you've done over
Oh,
half.
okay.
Right.
Definitely done over half.
Now this is. No, would you say that he's within 5 feet of an ally? If I'm like directly underneath Mazzy.
But Mazzy isn't actively fighting him. I would tell you to look at your. I would tell you to look at your cunning actions again because you can do what you're trying to do with a bonus action.
Can I? What's my cunning actions?
The one I gave you as being a smuggler. Because I feel like you've forgotten about it because I think you've only ever used it once. But
That's cunning action.
Yeah.
cunning distraction.
Oh,
He makes a save. You try and distract him, he needs to make a save, or you have advantage on a hit. If you have advantage on a hit, you get sneak attack.
Oh, if I get
Easy
advantage on a
strike.
hit, I get sneak attack.
Yeah.
Cash in my advantage card, please.
No.
Oh,
Mate, another time. This is quite an epic, intense battle. If it was just against some like thing, yeah,
Character
sure,
moment,
fuck
though.
it. But this is a
You
pretty.
can say something cool here.
Fine. Cunning distraction.
What's that over there?
Oh my god, your storm has subsided.
Bethany, is that you?
Yeah. So
Dulwich, what are you doing here?
I thought DC is so that's your DC plus your charisma. So that's 5
I think it's
plus
17.
4. Yeah, that's 17 for him. So he needs to make a intelligence saving throw. Ooh, whoa, okay. You have advantage on a hit.
Success. That was a bonus action, right?
That was a bonus action.
Okay. Then I would like to Shadowblade him.
Shadowblade!
Shut down.
Oh, do it some sneak attack. Some sneak attack die. I don't know. I'm really sure to say that.
See if he hits first.
Potentially.
Oh!
Got advantage.
You have advantage.
Oh my god!
The emotional turmoil. Oh, that.
Goodness.
19 hits.
Is it D6 bit? Yeah.
D6. 4d6. Plus a d8 for your own blade.
6,
Oh!
5 and a 2.
Plus a D8.
6,
Plus a
6,
D8.
5. So that's
12,
12,
17, 18, 9,
19.
19,
plus 1.
Plus deck, plus mod.
20.
What's my mod?
Your mod is your
No, that's attack.
Strength.
strength or dex.
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
1 magic.
Plus 1 magic.
24.
24 damage.
Oh, that's...
That's definitely. So you've like. Hold on, let me just.
Oh,
Yeah. Somebody's a bit greedy.
Yeah, so you've
It's like Beyblade.
you've sort of
Wyndham.
you've sort of like looked up at Halahand and you just do this brief like little look behind him. And to a lot of people it wouldn't really be anything, but to Halahand he's on edge. He's raging. So he does briefly turn around, and in that moment you just quickly lunge forward with your blade and just sting it, and it's right through his leg. Literally your shadow blade, this ethereal blade just goes right through his thigh, dealing this massive thing of 24 damage, and he screams and howls out in pain. Very nicely done. Anything else on your turn?
I'd like to try and do a flip over him. No, I'm joking. I can't.
You can try and move past him.
No, I'm good.
I mean,
You
would be
good?
very difficult.
Crew? Crew?
The crew? The
Cool,
boys?
come on.
Crew.
Oh, the boys!
Oh,
the boys!
What do you roll?
15.
It's a
15?
9 plus 6.
They're fine.
The boys.
I was going to say this.
That's fine. Were they close to not being fine?
I'm loving this too much. Matter will not devolve. Nice. Your crew are fine. Getting a little bit tired now, but thankful that obviously the sort of waves are calming a little bit. The deck is looking a lot clearer. Yeah, nice. Now, Octo Bitch. Octo Bitch.
Has this been a different name every time?
No, it's been Octobitch for a
always
while.
Octobitch.
No, it's always been Octo Bitch.
It is Octobitch on the
So one attack against you, and one attack against you. So
It can try.
that is a 28 against you, Felix.
Will succeed.
I got
Okay.
silver barbs. Reroll and use the lower roll.
Reroll and use the low roll.
12.
22.
That is your AC, isn't it?
That is my AC. And
That's
I've
alright.
already used my reaction,
Oh,
so I
no.
can't shield it.
I'm very sorry. I'm not.
I mean, it had to happen eventually.
Oh god, 5, 7. That's 14 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 2 acid damage.
So 15 damage total.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you can fail that.
No, I can't fail that con save because I've got a plus 12.
I know from you.
So
Hits.
Hits. Shield.
26.
I think that just hits, actually. Yeah. Oh, shit, fair enough.
these things slap.
Yeah,
apparently.
These
Yeah.
things do slap. Oh god, that's rough. Oh, that's really rough.
That's that. You say 26,
Hold
yeah?
on.
Just double check. 26.
Yeah, 26. Yeah. Oh,
Not 25.
hold
Oh, no,
on.
25 is because that's your AC.
No, my AC is 26.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, because you got a bonus, didn't you? Because you're new armour.
Hot day.
So that is
I don't want
27 points of bludgeoning damage.
I've never done acid yet.
And God, sorry. And 6 points of acid damage.
So 27, 33 total damage?
33 total damage.
Oh my lord.
So for Felix, this one against you was a... It did hit you, didn't it?
Yeah.
It did hit you, and it sort of like, just almost like whacked at your leg, pulling your leg out from under you, but you managed to keep your posture, but for you, Griffin, this is literally just this thing rises up, straight on top of you.
He's getting that back in with interest.
Indeed he is. No more lair actions, so there we go. Mazzy.
Right.
You having a good time over there?
I'm going to ask your opinion on this first.
Mm-hmm.
Seismic arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Weak objects made of wood or stone are destroyed upon impact of this arrow at the discretion of the DM.
Yes, so what are you trying to
If
destroy?
I fire an arrow, it's 10 feet of 10 radius.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
will get destroyed. If I fire it just behind Halloran, so that the mast that he's standing on disintegrates, but Oramis is okay. So Halloran then falls.
Halahand would fall
Would
quite a
that?
bit.
Would you allow that? As in,
I would,
The
but
sanctity
also...
of the duel.
Well,
Sanctity of the duel.
This is where it comes in. I'm not attacking him. I'm attacking the ship.
But you're affecting him.
I'm just helping.
I
a
mean,
friend.
if that's what you want to do, but also remember that he will get pushed if he fails a save. and therefore
Okay,
he
so
will
then he
get
gets pushed
pushed
off
into
into the part where the
into
yeah, okay,
the
that won't work.
bit
That won't
with-
work.
Ah.
That's why. That's yeah. Okay.
But then
So
he'd
that'd be a
Attack
situation
opportunity.
where you actually want him to pass a save,
Yeah. No,
Shoot the bottom of the mask.
which is
I wanted,
I mean,
I wanted to shoot the gap between them, but then that will get Oramis as well. So yeah, no.
Doesn't sound like a bad thing to me.
Instead, then I will
Back.
fire an
That's
arrow
me.
at this tentacle.
tentacle.
1 minute.
Intelligent person we've ever encountered.
It's +9.
He's smarter
Plus
than
9.
him.
Oh, 14.
14 by what do you think?
The tentacle.
I'm not
Tentacle
smart
by-
enough to try in school.
Bottom
It
right?
doesn't
Yeah,
try,
it's
and
cool.
still
And
beats
then
you when you're trying your ass off
Yeah.
in a class that you struggle with.
4.
And you're just like...
4 plus 3
I
is
dislike
7.
you.
I had a couple of those in chemistry
Seven
and I
damage.
took it about.
Same thing.
That's
I
same
can't
thing.
understand this,
Oh,
and you do better by
Yeah,
not
more
paying
than
attention.
3. Oh, am I?
I'm just like,
Is
wow.
that everything?
Yeah.
That might speak
Cool.
volumes about the
Next up is Griffin.
teacher. What did he do?
He attacked the one
I attacked the-
against you
Yeah.
and did a little bit of damage to it.
So
7 damage.
that thing's hit me hard,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna just
You just rolled it off.
just gonna wipe the blood from my face and go right.
Right.
Oh, that hits 15 plus 9, 24.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a 4th level divine smite on this one.
You can only go up to 3rd level because that's a maximum
I
of
don't think
5d8.
that's true.
4th level is 5d8
Yeah, 4th level is 5 2.
because it's
Yes,
first
it
level
is.
unless it's
Yes,
undead.
it is. I am
But
wrong.
even if it's undead, your maximum increases by 1 anyway.
Indeed. So,
How many d8s do you need?
So I need 4 and then 1 for my
so you're doing 4th level divine smite
yeah.
So
So
you need
6.
5.
I need 6 total.
plus your axe, so
Yeah.
you need 6.
Oh, that doesn't look very good. 1, 3, 6, 11, 19, 26, plus 11 necrotic damage, so 37.
Plus weapon, plus mod.
Plus weapon mod is 4.
through the end of the through the entirety of the tentacle, just in one, and from below again, the entire ocean around you ripples as you just hit this, and this tentacle flails about in the air, slaps onto the side of the ship, and just lulls over.
Has all that damage gone into the Kraken,
So that damage has gone into that tentacle, yes.
but not the Kraken as a whole?
So the damage to the tentacle will adds up to doing
Okay,
the
cool, that's
thing
fine.
of the whole. If you somehow wanted to dive in and try and take it on,
I really don't want to do that in my heavy armor. Going down for real.
but you could drop in and then just sort of sink down, and then you're in its mouth, and then just sort of.
Yeah, we also held Griffin attacking underwater went last time.
Yes, poorly.
This is true. This is very, very true. So
and then I'm going to go here, and I'll use 2 sorcery points to turn an action into a bonus action
Mhm.
for casting time. I want to hit a fireball on those 2 tentacles,
but not on the ship.
not in a way that gets the ship.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I won't bother asking for dice for my fireball. I'll just roll it. I'll have open the Dungeon sheet.
I've got 3, 4. I've got 4 here.
You got 4. I need 8.
5. So I've got 5 here.
Ooh.
Oh,
D8s.
oh
No,
no.
no, it's not D8s. It is D6.
It's 86, isn't
It
it?
is
Mhm.
86.
So I've got
Look
5.
at me trying to get my
Whose are
damage
these?
up.
Ben's.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Ooh,
7. Have you got a D8?
He does. I do
D6.
have a D8.
D6, sorry.
D6? I do have a D6.
Yeah, between me and Ben, we've got a lot of dice.
1, 2, 3.
How many dice have you got?
You got a lot of dice.
Doesn't look especially good. 10.
No, it's got 2s in there.
16, 21, 25, 27. It's okay.
27. That is average. He needs to roll. Well, they both need to roll dex saves.
Yes.
So, natural 1,
Yes.
13.
I failed.
2 fails. So both of them take 26 fire damage.
How do you damage round?
Actually, I think this one already got hit by Mazzy.
How many pages? Oh, of this?
Yeah.
70.
And so that is that one. A tentacle disappears as this fireball lashes into one of them.
You owe me.
Cheers, boss. Rescued your ship.
lashes in. This fireball obviously blows up both of them. This one at the back almost gets itself wrapped up in a lot of the rigging as it sort of recoils and reels. But the other one, the blast sends it almost into the corner of the ship, dealing like bludgeoning damage to it as well, and just tearing through, and it just rolls and falls back down below. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Next up, it's Hollow Hand. And seeing you now with the blade, he's going to try and get rid of it. So that is 30, that's a 21. Okay. Can you make a strength save in the place?
Okay.
This might be you. Gone.
11 plus 3, 14.
Not enough. So you pull out your blade, and he just sort of spins it around and kicks it out of your hand, and it just falls 50 feet down below the shadow blade, and you can all just hear it. The sort of kung, kung, as it lands on the ground, and he's going to make it to you've got up by this point.
Yeah.
Right, so you're going up with advantage. It's a miss. There's a hit. It's my D6 one. That's one. Okay.
I think in hindsight,
Okay.
climbing the mast probably wasn't the best idea.
So
It was cool though.
But you can't
Has
really run away from it, can you?
damage in total.
6 damage in total.
6 damage in total. Oh, I never did the damage for his
Cold.
Thunder
no,
smite.
his
Thunder smite again. Can you do that again?
no, you can't. You can only do that a certain amount of times
Okay.
per day. It's a times per day thing.
Oh no, yes, you disarmed him. Sorry.
Why am I rolling this again?
I don't know. His disarming
that's-
strike.
That's the word I was looking for. Disarming strike. That's 2 plus 5, 6 damage, and 1 cold damage. How you looking?
Very good.
Oh,
So
that's-
happy.
If I held up
Oh,
two
oh,
hands, Luke,
I think you'll need one finger.
Would I need them both?
As in,
But you will
Yeah,
also
right.
but you will also notice with that, Hallahan is like limping now. He's hardly holding on to one foot.
man. Stop paying me.
And he's there like heavily breathing. He's, you fought valiantly, boy. Stand down. I might just let your friends live.
doubt. Can I just say that, like, because I'm quite close?
Doubt. Just let me send you back to your girlie. It'll all be over.
I'll see you in hell.
That's the way it is. And it is now Felix's turn.
Alrighty then, this tentacle's fucking getting it.
Fucking getting it.
Holy
20.
Oh, I forgot to roll the damage for you attacking that thing with acid.
Yeah.
That was 2 attacks on it, wasn't it?
No, there's 1 attack on
Do you
the.
attack the tentacle? That's
Oh, okay, that's 3 acid damage.
No, I smited it. I think you went to the toilet. I did like 40 damage to one.
Yeah,
tentacle.
you put a
But the
massive
acid
smite.
damage is to the tentacle.
The acid damage is to him because of the tentacle.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, I thought you were attacking the acid thing with acid. How's that going to work?
Acid all round.
So I did a 27, a 24, and a 17 to hit.
27, 24, and a 17 all hit.
Okay.
Would you like? We got enough.
I've got
Oh, so
plenty
many.
of dice. I'm gonna roll it. I'm actually gonna roll it on that 10 line. So that is 10. 11. Still up.
10, 11,
21.
still up, yep.
Okay. And that's 8.
8. It's holding on. And you've slashed this thing and you've cut it down
Oh.
so that. Oh,
Yeah, wait, no, sorry, I've got one more attack actually.
oh, okay, it doesn't matter what that attack rolls. That's dead.
21. Yeah. Okay.
It's now dead as you literally just
So yeah,
slash,
that's
slash, slash,
two attacks, bonus action attack, hasted action attack.
slash, 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 slash. It's just you just sort of
Slash, 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 slash.
literally, it's like 2 strikes that way and 2 strikes that way.
Drax when he's inside the thing, just.
Yeah, and literally, and by the end,
I
you find,
vanquished the beast.
you find your blade almost poke through the end of it, and just like a shish kebab, you just twist and shunt down back into the ocean. Nicely.
And now hit me with those four quantities of acid.
4 quantities of acid coming right up.
Alright.
Alright, that's 63.
Ah, that's not bad. That's 10 acid damage
Total?
total.
Oh, that.
You rolled 2 1s and a 2.
I did not roll well. Oh yeah, and then another, yeah.
Yeah.
Make that. Okay, that's everything. Actually, I'm going to use some of my massive movement speed to go 5,
Get ready to catch up when he eventually falls.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70.
Excellent.
The whole ship is just twitched into the side.
Oramis, you're up. Your blade is no longer in your hand. Hallahan's blade is pointed towards you. He's made this threat towards you. What do you do?
Do I do the sensible thing?
No.
Or do I take Ben's bait about his health?
It does sound very
Smoke
big.
killed your wife.
I killed my wife.
My name is Inigo Montana.
And you just call it game.
Right.
It's not that.
I would like to conceal blade.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
For goodness sake,
Not enough.
can I try and barge past him?
Yeah, that's just part of your movement. That's
Take
fine.
him off the thing with you last. You're coming with me. Take him with you.
I don't want to die. Okay, that's a bit of a game. I mean, I would be trying to knock him off as I barge past him.
True,
It's
but
only like a
50,
5 feet
50
thing.
feet falling would be quite disastrous to yourself.
Yes, to me.
So
I don't want to fall off.
as your action, you're trying to push him off the mast.
Yeah, like I'm trying to run past him, like shoulder barge
So you
him.
need your action to shove him.
Yeah,
So that's your arm
Okay.
attack instead.
yeah.
Okay. Shoving is, I think you get something like a strength save. Or is it just
I
happens?
can't remember. No, it definitely doesn't just happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I
in
think
this
it's
situation.
contested strength athletics.
Contested strength athletics.
Or I think your strength athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics. I think
Yeah.
it's
So roll.
you can use either or. He has to use athletics, I believe.
Okay.
I mean, we'll
Roll
look there.
athletics.
I can just check that out in the books there.
That's a 6 plus 11, 17.
17 athletics.
Yeah. Not as much
What's
as I was
his-
hoping for.
What's his modifier?
Probably
Six,
the same as
seven,
mine.
Oh, okay. So that's a hard on a 6.
Oh, he
You rolled an 18. You're not going anywhere.
Okay, no problem.
Say you've run up to him, tried to you've tried to push him away, but he just grabs you, shunts you back towards the thing, blade to your throat. Oramis, lone hand. Admit defeat. Never.
This is the end.
For you, my friend.
Octobitch. Octobitch. Can't really do much, no one's really near here. So it's going to move this tentacle, and this tentacle is going to saunter over to the ship. Rather saunteringly. And this tentacle is going to move
I was going to try and do something dramatic.
here, but none of them can really hit you. Mazzy, your turn.
Right, well, let's attack the tentacle attacking the ship. The Dragon's Revenge, I completely forgot the ship's name there for a second.
Not one.
Something about bastards cheating, right?
Get out.
Plus 9, isn't it? Oh, let's hit the side. What am I counting at 19?
Cocked, roll it again.
Ah, bastard. Oh,
No.
15. No, 14.
14 hits.
Yay.
Got this.
2
2
plus
Plus
3,
three.
so 5.
You got this.
Was that it?
Yeah, that one got
Oh,
destroyed by thingy's
Oh, neat.
fireball earlier on.
love it. Right, we're going to turn around and get the other big tentacle. So that looks like a tiny one that doesn't really do much, so yeah.
Well, it's two of them. So
Yeah, so the big one.
The big one, right.
Closest to me. Again, 14.
14.
And again, 5. So 2 and 3.
Bada bing.
Are these loaded?
Bada
Yes,
boom.
but they're loaded to be mediocre.
Great.
To avoid suspicion. The consistency will be there,
Yeah.
but you'll rarely
Or
crit.
Yes.
But you also won't fail.
True.
5, 10.
I fell
can
on
get
pretty much
just
any
get the
other
ladder,
target I aim at.
Yeah.
and I'll. The jewel is sacred.
It's not that sacred.
The duel is sacred, but you have an oath of justice to hold up
I
to.
do. How high up are they?
Would it be
They-
justice though if to disrupt the duel?
They are 40 feet
I
tall.
mean,
There is
this
rigging.
rule, as soon as he attacks Oramis,
I'll
you finish
run
the
You
duel.
run out of movement.
We full on attack him.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing you can wait for. Oramis.
I'll help you in some Oramis. You're good. You're good.
And I'm
pal.
coming down.
I shouldn't hear it right, but.
I mean,
I'm gonna try and cast Hold Person on Hallowhand.
Try and cast hold person
Yeah.
on our hand.
Yeah.
what is the range?
It's 60 feet.
Is it? Oh, that's strong.
We'll save it.
Wisdom.
Because whole person, you can also hit a lot.
Our hand is held.
Oh, he's held.
He's held.
This is very good.
The jewel is sacred.
Sort of.
Okay, that's me.
As you've seen, like you've now looked, and the first thing you see climbing up is Aramis' sword, which brings your attention. Like, oh shit, yeah, he's fighting. And you look up there, and Hallahan just got his blade to his throat. You quickly cast this incantation, and suddenly Hallahan just can't move, can't do anything. Aramis, you've noticed, like he can hardly speak right now. His eyes are just fluttering around.
I'll shout up to you. I'll say, I'm like sort of struggling to hold it. It's like, I can't hold this forever, boy. I know I've gone into pirate.
We can't hold this forever, lad.
Yeah, I can't hold this forever, sailor boy. Make it quick. Sailor boy.
It is Hallahan's turn, so we can try and break free.
Yeah. Is it?
Quite possibly.
Does he even want to?
Yeah, at the end of his turn, like a wisdom
End of his
save.
turn. Fail.
Come on.
As he's just there. You're just as bad as that fucking goblin, you know? All of his. This duel. This process.
I mean, quite a lot of us are respecting the duel. Just some aren't.
Felix.
I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna go 5,
Cleaning up.
15, 20, and slice and dice.
Slice and dice.
This temple hasn't been hit
This
by
man
anything
is
yet.
seriously very strong.
Has
Been
it?
hit by me for 5.
Just got hit. This
Okay.
big one has been hit. The back one hasn't.
What? I can only see.
There's DOS.
There is two.
Tiny.
So
Oh,
this
there
one
is
there.
a, I wasn't scroll up. Right, okay. Well, go pop all 4 attacks into this one. A 3, so that'll miss. A 1, so that'll miss. A 14
Yeah.
plus 8, and a 9 plus 8.
Yeah, hits. Both,
So,
both those two last ones.
Okay, so that is 10, 15 plus 4 plus 4, 23 damage total to it.
23 damage total to it, and that'll be 11 damage to you.
Okay, and that is all my
You don't
actions and
think
bonus
that's
actions.
advantage?
However,
Okay.
this thing,
It's going to be a crit
Go on.
because he's held. You crit with. Yeah. You do you, man.
is that everything?
There, that's action, bonus action, all of that.
Oramis.
Hasted action.
You need
How
like one
long-
of those little Japanese headbands.
Hallahan's held before you. What would you like to do?
I just made this up in my head right now.
Nice. Inside check.
In the shower all week.
So I've got a dagger.
Yeah.
I've got my concealed blade. So I haven't got my sword anymore, but I've got dagger and concealed blade. Right?
Mhm.
I'm going to imagine that this dagger formerly belonged to Bethany Ocean. So as maybe a little bit of poetic justice, I'm going to attack him with the dagger first. And as he's held, I get advantage.
Yeah.
Which is also a sneak attack.
Mhm.
If you hit.
If I hit,
That's a crit, yeah.
it's a crit. If
So
I
that's all
hit.
doubled.
Okay.
Real dice, man.
Yeah, real dice.
I could do it with real dice.
Oh, no,
Too late now.
24 is fine, yeah.
Thank the Lord for advantage.
Yeah.
Rolex and Curious.
What, the damage?
Yeah.
So it's 1d4.
He's done his piercing damage, so it's just the sneak attack.
Oh, okay, so how many sneak attack dice?
Oh, it's loads, isn't it? How much do you
It's
That's not 8.
4, yeah, 8.
Did you need them?
Ben, do you want
Yeah,
to contribute?
sorry.
There's one in the middle there.
I've got
sure.
6 there for you.
Oh.
Well, that looks quite good.
4, 4,
oh.
6, 5, 6.
9. Have I got any ones? No.
9.
So you've got those two make, that's
10.
20,
That's
25.
30.
30,
34. With your
with your attack.
That's one
With my attack, yeah.
34 plus the 7, so 41.
41.
So you walk up to a held hallow hand, rage now burning in your own eyes more than his. Well, actually, it's hard to say more than his. You thought this was a somewhat fair fight. You place the dagger to his throat, and you just cut a little bit into his skin before
Oh,
suddenly the blade gleams with light, a bright white light, so bright it's blinding, and you have to shut your eyes briefly. And when you open them, you're on an island. A small island, barely the size of this ship. A boulder in the center, a few trees growing around, a beach surrounding it. Dark, stormy clouds surround you, and you look around at the entire ship, at the entire island. There's nothing here, no one here, but storms bellowing and thundering in the distance. Then you see the tide coming slowly, and as it does, you begin to see heads, then necks, bodies, people, but they're all dead. Each one a gruesome reflection of what unfortunately took them in their life. Each one looking very naval in their attire, tricorns and heavy jackets and coats, swords through their chests, tridents through their legs or necks, arrows, bullet wounds, a lot of different magic wounds, many covered in, many like wet and covered in sort of like oceanic life, depicting that they're drowned, or many looking perfectly fine, as if something else rather unfortunate took them. And as you've been looking around, you turn. There is now a man stood before you, wearing nothing but sort of an old shirt. He's a skeleton now, basically, for what little skin is wrapped around his bones. Shirt, leather jerkin, and a long, thin leather coat. Hat upon his head. Oramis, long hand. You have killed the captain of the cursed ship in combat. And these souls, these former captains of this ship. And you look around and there must be 30, 40, maybe 50 different captains here surrounding you. They deem you worthy. They deem you a fair exchange. The ship must have a captain, Oramis. Whether it be you or Hollowhand is your choice. And he steps back and reveals Hollowhand still stood there, still, hair billowing in the storm as if he's still in this place. Stood like perfectly still. There is a trade that must be made, a trade in a soul. Your soul will be bound to the ship forevermore. There is no fixing this. These are beyond gods and man. This is magic. Dark magics. You may either set this man free right now, or you must become him. And then suddenly behind you, you hear another voice. No. No. And as you turn, there stands Dolus. Don't you fucking dare, Oramis Lonehand. You even think, and we are over. And I feel like I need to explain to you what happens if we're over. You see, that eye of yours was put there for a very specific reason. You and your friends have seen a lot. Done a lot. I wonder what this information would be worth to many people. Certain information of things you've stolen to certain officials. Things your friends have done that they shouldn't have. And besides, if you do this, Oramis, you will never see her again. And as he raises his arms, very clearly an illusion, but it is your wife that stands there. And she stands there as radiant and beautiful as the day you lost her. Her dress billowing in the wind as if she's still on that ship. A yellow light almost on her like the sun. She's beautiful, and it pains you for a moment, even just to see her. And then she looks over to you. Oramis. Come. You must choose. Your love or this abomination who links ties with greater beings. Oh, I can't decide.
Do you need a week to think on it?
You don't have a week.
Oh, we ain't leaving this house.
We got 7 minutes left.
Stop torturing this.
I will say, so accepting the offer will make you officially undead. Sort of. You'll still be able to benefit things like healing that doesn't affect undead. You'll be able to benefit from that because your mortal body is fine. It's just you are without a soul.
I can make him fuck off at will. Provided he fails a wisdom save.
Without a soul, you will gain resistance to necrotic damage. And every day you will roll a d4 at the end of every long rest. And this can have different effects that will essentially... that are the effects of having anywhere between 40 and 50 souls in your head at all times.
Oh, damn.
This can be, I'll tell you, one of them is advantage on, it's not big things, but like advantage on arcana checks, religion checks, or history checks, because all these guys are talking to you. Or one of them
Oh
is,
shit, all of them.
or another one is disadvantage on a roll because in the brief moment you've tried to do something, you've seen that you've seen a soul suddenly pop up in your view.
Oh my lord. I don't envy
You
yours.
can, however, obviously change your patron. There is power within these souls, which they might explain more. And obviously, if you pass this, you'll gain a frigate.
Oh,
Two.
that's the deal breaker.
Two decks of guns plus a few more extra additions I've added. However, Oramis won't be able to go to the afterlife, and if anyone were to try and detect you, they would recognise that you are undead, and that's obviously not great. Plus any other things that Dolus might be referring to.
Because undead, Oramis accidentally is destroyed.
Oh shit.
All this shit he gives me about the undead, huh?
Now look at him. Okay.
You're in what we'd call a pickle.
I think I've made my decision.
Okay. What do you say?
Condemning Hallowhands to this kind of life is worse than any torture he'd receive in the Seven Hells. And then I'm gonna go and not take the goddamn book. Okay.
You don't take the offer?
I don't take the offer. I don't think.
Ask her again.
However,
You are sure of this?
I'm not sure.
you sound very sure in your voice right now.
But then I can't let him live. Oh, guys.
You have made some assumptions that he is related to Tiamat in some way, but at the same time, it's goods and bads to both decisions.
Everyone give me a d6.
Oh.
Put it away, man.
If the total number is even,
Oh, you've got one already.
How many do you want?
just the one. If total number of the dice is even, I take the ship. If it's odd, I stay with
How are you doing this, man?
stay with Derlis.
I mean, this doesn't feel like the
I can't decide. 3, 5.
Oh my god.
No, Nine.
Is this
Even
akin to
12,
Aramis closing his eyes
16.
and spinning in a circle?
18, 23, 24, 30 is odd. Oh, it's even. What was even?
Even, I take the ship.
Oh.
Oh no!
I mean, hopefully this is like the coin toss where it tells you actually what you want.
It doesn't help me at all.
You are sure of this decision?
Yep.
Oh no!
Every being around you suddenly begins to whisper, "New captain, joy is the brother of the..." And slowly they walk back into the ocean. You look at Dolus, and he looks back at you. You felt the wrath of a god, boy. You're about to. And then the illusion of your wife, a gash opens, blood drips.
Did you take
Did you?
no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The illusion fades. You look up, the thunder and storm, which you now realise you are in the eye of, and the wind laps at your hair, twirls around you, and from the eye, a streak of lightning smashes down into you. You suddenly open your eyes. You're back on the ship, on the mast, staring at Hallowhand in the eyes. He knows what's happened. He was there. I regret nothing. If I could do it all again, we just have more fun with it. How do you want to do this?
This is for Bethany. I'm the captain now, and I'm just going to slit his throat and I'll kick him off the mast into the ocean.
Nice. Throats are just... Why is my boss mailing me now? It's fucking 10:30!
He's watching the stream. Good stuff, Ben.
Why are you in bed, Ben? I need you bright and early.
Slash neck. And then just... kick. His body falls, lands hard on the ship, and almost all at once, even before he's hit the ground, Hallowhand ages all the years he should have.
Oh, that's brilliant.
His skin shrinking back into his face, skull now very, very visible. Body sort of old and decrepit now. And he bleeds out onto your deck, and you can see some shimmering
Now your
essence
deck.
pull into the ship. And with the wind, his body disappears. The storm slowly dissipates. People, upon Hallowhand landing, all of the rest of his crew just stop. There's nothing left to be done. Mason takes this opportunity to Dunk. Not for now. And you stand looking down at your new legacy. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, what a heart wrencher! That was fantastic. That was really good. Yeah, not like the combat at the end. That was just.
That was quality.
That was bang, bang, bang. Yeah,
That was very good.
Thank you very much.
I still can't decide.
I don't know if there is a right decision.
That was one thing I very much tried to nail down, is that you guys will see in the future there probably wasn't a right decision to make, because as much as he's got some cool stuff now, and obviously him losing his, not being able to go to heaven and see his wife again is a pretty big thing for the character, but not much for the players.
Did you know that?
He said it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You guys will see what I mean. So, Oramis, you've now got a frigate. Good job. I don't know whether next week you want to pick up with the new crew, and I can go through with just some of you guys some extra little bits.
Is there any little bit you want to wrap up?
I mean, I guess we could just wrap things up really quick and
there's
then
no
go
rush
with the new crew.
with the new crew, is there? It's not like we're trying to get something out real quick.
Oh no! I'm thinking the new crew will be probably about as long as this.
Yeah,
whole thing's
so I think
been,
maybe beginning next session just wrap this up, see where we'd all go
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then
we didn't do that with Dosh and Gylndan, and now we've got
yeah,
that
and then see how long that takes us, and maybe I can just we can get started on the new crew, because I did want to run a combat with the new crew that is essentially like no stakes, just you guys learning how to play these characters again.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for like Matt, you're now a spellcaster with sorcerer points, and you're
Is he?
druid.
Oh yeah, sure.
Is he really?
Somewhat.
Hey, just because you have things doesn't mean you have to use them.
Yes, but good job. You now have a frigate. The Dragon's Revenge is leveled up, and you've all leveled up to level 12. Congratulations.
Yay.
Well done.
You
Proud of you all.
Oh man, that was quality, Ben. Start to finish, just all the stuff going on in the fight, like the ship-to-ship fight, the boarding of this, everything.
Thank you very much.
With his duel with.
Yeah, that was good. You played that quite actually.
You played that very, very well, and it was. I had your character sheet open in the background, and I was tracking it, and it was just like you are so level with it.
Oh,
Start to
finish.
so
Yeah,
stressful.
and you put yourself in situations where it's like he had some spells and stuff he could use. Like he didn't have like a full spell set like you, but he had some stuff he could use. But it was it just made more sense for him to go up and try and attack, because I mean just the situations you put him in.
You both hit each other so hard.
Yeah.
And next week we're entirely new. Well, not for the whole of it, but we're starting the entirely new, or back to the old new characters set.
The
old new. Yes.
Yeah, well, they are the old new characters.
They're the medium characters.
Which will be a lot of fun.
Which should be
Until next week.